Yeah, Ayushi, you can get started.
Okay. So, as I said, hi everyone. Hope your Saturday is amazing and it goes well ahead as well. Welcome to the Healthcare Innovation Hackathon 2026 Demo Day, hosted by Medimate Foundation, and our founder is here, Dipti Behel. It is so wonderful to see all of the students here, parents, mentors, judges, sponsors, educators, and all of the supporters who have joined us from around the world. Today is more than just a competition, it is a celebration of curiosity, creativity, next generation, compassion, and innovation. And over the past week, these incredible high school students have taken the ideas from concept to reality. What they have built using AI and no code tools like Base44 to tackle meaningful healthcare challenges. For many of them, this was their very first hackathon and even their very first time building an application. And so, regardless of today's results, every participant has already achieved something remarkable by stepping outside of their comfort zone and creating solutions that could make a real difference in people's lives. So, before we begin, I'd like to recognize the many people who made this event possible. Our founder and CEO, Dipti Behel of Medimed Foundation, she's the patient advocate and visionary behind this hackathon. Perlin Chuk, who is our hackathon of founding VP Growth Marketing and Community Engagement. She's also a high schooler, but what she has achieved till now is a very unique thing. And me, myself, Ayushi, I'm founding VP of Products and Partnerships of Medibit Foundation. So let's give all of us a warm round of applause. Yay. We'd also like to thank all of our sponsors and our partners who had taken their wonderful time and they have believed in this mission. That is Lectura AI, ArgusX, Base44, Women Tech Network, Accord Innovations, Hive Networks, Jennifer McKenzie, Tel Whitney, and so many here. So please, I would like you to say that a warm round of applause here as well for all of the people who have invested the time. And a heartfelt thank you to our amazing mentors. They have, throughout this whole week, they have answered all the questions. They have been up all night as if it was their mission to complete this hackathon. They have shared their expertise, encouraged the students, and helped transform their ideas into working solutions. So thank you so much for inspiring our students' mentors. And lastly, but not the least, the judges. I'd also like to recognize our distinguished panel of judges who's here on the screen. Our judges bring expertise from healthcare, AI, engineering, clinical medicine, research, product development, entrepreneurship, and patient advocacy. Thank you so much for volunteering your time to thoughtfully evaluate today's presentations and encourage these young innovators. We truly appreciate your support. And so, this was our team from, and yeah, last but not the least, Ellery, our favorite person who has helped us organize this hackathon. Thank you so much, Ellery and Mandy. Yeah. So
Mandy, could you take few minutes to give a kickstart to this hackathon?
Yeah, I will do. No, first of all, well done, Anushi. Really well presented, and thank you, Deputy, and thank you, Every, as well for arranging this amazing hackathon. So I'm Andy Sanghera. I live in the UK, and actually I've been involved in hundreds of hacks, well, thousands now, over the years, and actually been involved in over 140 countries, and actually most of them in person, and I love them when they're online as well, because actually you get to connect and meet a lot of great young people. And especially for me, it's really important to get young people involved in the tech industry. And I believe hackathons are a real good little way to dip your toe into the AI world and into the tech world and try it and see. Because actually, for me, I don't code, but actually I come up with ideas, I come up with solutions. I work closely with the UN, I've worked with Stanford and lots of other universities around the world, and actually we'll be heading to Boston next month, and I'm looking forward to meeting students at MIT. So for me, it's really important that we're using tech to tackle challenges globally, and it's really great to see that you're doing one around health and inequalities and looking at solutions. And for me, one of the things that I've seen is young people, when they get involved in hackathons, they're kind of like a bit nervous, they're not sure what to do. So I'm really pleased to hear that you've all embraced and really taken this in. So what I would like to say to you, don't just look at this as you've spent a week doing something. Look at actually how this will help you. So one of the things is you could add this onto your CV or resume, whichever way that you call it. And then it's also about building networks and connections. It's looking at seeing what other hackathons are out there. Actually, if you're good at AI and good at coding and you know how to use the tools, maybe look forward to coming and acting as a mentor next time. So it is about developing your network, developing your social capital, because actually, as you sort of navigate your careers as young people, not sure which way you want to go, speak to the mentors, use this opportunity to sort of connect with people, ask people about their journey. How did they get from A to B? And actually, you know, what kind of challenges did they face? What qualifications did they do? Or did they get an apprenticeship or an internship? And it's really important to use that opportunity. Also for parents as well, it's really important that we keep our children safe online. We do see sometimes, you know, young people want to get online and they want to use the internet, and that's fantastic. But we just got to like play safely online as well. So what I always say to young people, if you don't want it out there, then don't share it, because it's really important. Because sometimes people think, oh, I just put something on Snapchat, but not realizing it's gone somewhere in the cloud and you don't know who's actually got your images. So it is about staying safe. But I'm really looking forward to seeing what you all kind of come up with. And I want to thank all the judges as well. It's never an easy task to judge, because actually everyone kind of puts their heart and soul into it, and there will be great solutions and ideas. So on that note, I just want to say well done to Deepti and Anushi especially, and Base 44 for coming together to pull this together. It's really important. So if people have got questions they're not sure about, and sometimes we're a bit shy, we're not sure how to connect with people, I've left my LinkedIn, and if people have a question, or you can go through Anushi and Deepti and they can come back to me, and I'm happy to answer any questions that people may have. If people are not sure about companies, which way to go into their careers, I'm happy to offer that support as well to yourselves.
Thank you so much, Mandy, for those inspiring words. I mean, from product from 0 to 1, and how you visualize it and how you take it ahead. Your message totally reminds us that innovation is at its best, and when it begins with empathy and a desire to progress. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Yes. So let's move on to Base 44. So what is Base 44? Every project you will see today was built using Base 44, which enables the students to focus on solving healthcare challenges rather than writing thousands of lines of code. So we are very grateful to partner it throughout this event with Base 44. So thank you so much, Ellery, for hosting it here for us. Would you like to share a few words?
Yes, thank you so much, Ayushi, and for Deepti and everyone who made this amazing event possible. I love being able to see innovation. I mentioned a little before on how students were able to create something out of nothing, right? It feels like sometimes it's kind of a little bit magical when you put in a few prompts and you see what you're envisioning come to life. And so I'm really excited to see how they've been able to build out these health solutions. I love this foundation. It's something that I talked to Deepti about on a personal note with my own health journey. So being able to see this incredible healthcare innovation hackathon come to life and have it become across so many households and so many different places is really exciting. And I can't wait to see who the finalists are, but more importantly, to every single person who participated and took that chance. And I promise you, this will not be your last hackathon. You're going to get really addicted to doing them, because it's fun. It's fun. It's using your mind in a different way, and seeing your creativity come to life is something that really has no words. So I cannot wait to see what everyone has made today. And thank you all so much for having me, and excited to continue building many more.
Thank you, Ellery. So before I actually start with the official demos, I want to make sure that all our judges have their Google Forms open in front of them. Like I actually have opened a demo form as well and want to walk through that part. Like this is the our judging form, and when you log in, you will see that each team name coming in blue, and we are going to actually play the demo videos and show the applications in the order they appear in your form. So just be careful on checking your form which team you are evaluating, because we want to make sure that students are rightly judged for the work they have done. Yeah, so you can see this Bright Minds AI is the first one to go, and we are going to uh, evaluate on these metrics: problem and statement on a scale of 10, which will contribute to 35% of the final score; innovation and solution; then usability and design; and lastly presentation and demo. And if you many of you might want to have any notes for the participants, so there's a feedback for participants. If you really want to add something, you can add your notes, and there is a private notes for your own words as well. And once you are completed the one, you can just click on next. After every demo, we will be providing 1 minute for you to complete the scoring. Ayushi, can you make sure that you have the timer on after the demo is played?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so Ayushi is going to
Let
be a
me just
demo.
turn on my clock.
Yes. So I'm going to start with the first version, Bright Minds AI. So let's check its demo right now.
Just a moment. Before we begin, somebody's mic is on and it's kind of distracting me particularly. Can you please turn that on? Thank you. Okay, so let's start. Dipti, I guess you have shared the screen without the audio. Could you please share it with the audio because we cannot hear anything?
Okay, let me do that. Uh,
And if judges, you have any questions, and if the teams, you have any questions, please just mention it in the comments, and we will see what happens after that.
Ayushi,
Yep.
when I see the set meeting activities, it
Yeah.
says allow third party apps to collect audio and video.
Yeah, there's a button. You just need to click on that,
It's
and then
already.
maybe it's because screen sharing. That's the reason. Let me try that.
Can you try screen sharing from your end?
Yeah, could you share me that?
Yes, let
Yep.
me paste that one.
Yeah, technical glitches.
Can you try share the screen from your side, and I'll do the timer work.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Can you share your screen, Ayushi?
Yes. Just a moment. I'm just setting that screen up.
Okay.
Teenage girls often struggle to distinguish between hormone-related mood changes and emotions caused by stress or other factors. Without recognizing these patterns, they may feel confused, overwhelmed, or blame themselves for emotions that are a part of natural hormonal changes. Hormone Harmony is an AI-powered wellness app designed to help teenage girls understand how their hormonal cycles can affect their emotions, energy, and everyday lives. The app tracks patterns from users' recorded cycles to help them gain awareness and to help them combat struggles that come with growing up. Unlike regular cycle trackers, the app is designed to help women understand what is going on in their body rather than labeling it as just hormones. The app is marketed to women so that hormone fluctuation, especially while growing up, doesn't interfere with school, work, relationships, and ultimately diminishes the moody teenager stereotype. Most period apps focus on one question: when's my next period? Hormone Harmony asks another question: what is happening in my body and what patterns can I learn from it? Instead of giving every user the same generic information, the app learns from each user's individual patterns and creates a personalized insight over time. The first major feature is the daily check-in. Each day, users can quickly record their mood, energy, stress, sleep, physical symptoms, and where they are in their menstrual cycle. They can also add a private journal entry to explain in detail what happened that day. This information becomes a foundation for everything else in the app. The more consistently a user tracks, the more personalized their experience becomes. One of the more personalized features is My Hormonal Blueprint. Here, the app breaks down the 4 phases of the menstrual cycle and explains what's happening hormonally in simple terms. Although this seems to be general knowledge, the app compares that information with the user's own data so the user understands their specific cycle. The hormonal blueprint is collected after 3 cycles are recorded. Another feature is Ask My Body. Instead of searching online for answers about how they're feeling, users can ask the AI directly. So if they asked, why am I feeling so emotional today? The AI looks at my recent cycle information, sleep, stress, mood, symptoms, and previous patterns to provide a personalized explanation. It doesn't diagnose, it simply helps you understand the possible factors contributing to how you're feeling based on your own history. This feature can give you advice on how to help with any problems you may be facing. Over time, the app creates My Body's operating manual. After collecting enough information, the AI begins building a personalized guide to your body. It can identify things like what gives you energy, what tends to increase your stress, when are you usually most productive, and when you tend to feel more emotionally sensitive, and which habits have helped you feel better in the past. For example, the app might say, I consistently sleep worse during a certain phase, or that getting more sleep and staying hydrated is associated with a better mood. This manual continuously updates as more cycles are tracked, so it becomes more personalized over time. Hormone Harmony helps users understand that emotions can have multiple causes, including hormonal changes, stress, sleep, and everyday life. By recognizing these patterns, users can better understand their bodies, learn what works for them, and recognize when something may be worth discussing with a healthcare professional. To conclude, Hormone Harmony isn't simply a period tracker, it's a personalized guide that helps women learn their hormones, understand their patterns, and better understand themselves.
Uh,
Wow.
Anyone have any comment to say for this application? Any words of applause?
I mean, for me, it was pretty amazing that the students went deep inside. What about the judges? Yeah, Jennifer would like to say something and Pinakin as well.
I didn't mean to raise my hand, but that was excellent. I will say that.
Yeah. Okay, so Bright Minds AI, thank you so much for the demo, and it was a very lovely concept that you went deep inside the healthcare system and focused on the women's health. Let's go to the next team. That's Ivy. Now, please let me present.
Pantry.
That's why we built Bite Size.
Trying to eat well on a
Okay, so Dipti,
We all
can
know
you
the
please
struggle.
start it?
Have
We all know
judges
the struggle. Trying
have, uh, have the judges made the scoring for the bright minds already that we can start playing the next demo?
Uh,
Me, just
Dipti, can I have a couple of minutes, please?
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, just a minute.
Mm, Let me till the time open the app as well so you can see it in that sense. Okay. I need to log in.
Any feedback from the other participants? Because there are a lot of teenage girls joining in as a participant. What do you girls think about this application?
I think it's a good idea, and I love the presentation so far. But it's just the design. I feel like we should add some more innovation and on the design, so it can be more um, user friendly, so to read and to more pictures or
Thank you,
uh,
Marie. Jivita, what is your feedback?
Yeah, so I had a question basically. So I just wanted to know like what makes this app different from others? Because right now there are a lot of apps which is based on like hormonal challenges and everything. So I really want to know what makes this app like different or stand out from the others.
Shivangi, are you here?
Yeah.
Can you answer?
Yeah, so I wanted to like try to make this app like a lot more personal, and like as you like log in whatever check-ins you have, like it personalizes, it shows you like your insights and stuff, and it doesn't just like track your period, it just like um it's like based around your hormone fluctuations, and it's a lot more personal. It's more like focused on like your emotional well-being.
Okay. Uh, Thank you, Shivangi. And can we move on to the next demo?
Yes, sure. I loved it. I like the lavender and everything. Perfect for teenage girls. Okay, so this is from Ishan Deshmukh Ivy. Let's test it out.
trying to eat well on a tight budget while staring at a half-empty pantry.
That's why we built Bite Size. It's not just a recipe app, it's a personalized nutrition assistant that works with what you already have. This is our landing page that displays everything we have to offer on our site. And this is our dashboard. You can choose what you can cook with. You can choose everything you have in your pantry, and you can add your target cost per meal, where you shop, and your dietary restrictions and allergies.
Now let's move on to our first page of Discover. Here you can select any type of cuisine you want. Say I want Asian food. And you can select what ingredients, and you'll find recipes for you with accurate images. And also it will display you the amount of time it takes, the ingredients, the nutrients, and how to make it. Here we have a smart swap engine. Since this is heavily catered towards low-income families, you can pick any convenience item and it'll show you an easy upgrade. For instant ramen, you can add an egg and frozen mixed veggies, which add 60 cents and gives you a lot more protein and fiber. Here we have an AI meal helper, so you can say what ingredients you have. Say I have black beans and chickpeas. And it'll give you meals with all the ingredients and nutrients right here. Continuing on, we have a grocery list where you can add an item with a quantity and it'll estimate the price for you. Here we have apples listed at $1.18. Then we have a meal plan. This helps you keep track of your spending and also of your nutrients, so you can put meals in every day of the week. Here we also have a nutrition tracker where you can snap a photo of your meal and it'll estimate everything for you. And it can log it too, so you can keep track of your nutrients. Continuing on, we have local prices and brands. So let's put my zip code and also what I want. So apples. And it'll find local prices for you. So you can see we have fresh apples and frozen apples here. And also it shows you the local store prices so you know where to shop in order to spend less and get more. Even recommends you what to buy and what not to buy.
This is Pantry Social by Nutri Food Labs. This you aren't doing this alone. We've built Pantry Social, a community feed that actually cares about your health. See how this feed refilters? It respects the dietary profile you set earlier, hiding anything that doesn't fit your needs. And for the creators sharing these budget hacks, we've made it simple to show them some love. You can save your favorites for later, and if you find a creator whose hacks save you money, you can tip them directly to support their work. Finally, let's see the impact. Your dashboard isn't about counting calories, it's about counting wins. We track your protein and fiber intake against gentle goals. But look here, this estimated saved card, that's real money staying in your pocket instead of going to takeout. Eat better, spend less, and join a community that gets it. That's bite-sized.
Wow. This
Give
video
a
was
round
fire.
of applause for team 4.
I mean, there was a Google Calendar sync as well, and I frequently don't remember to take my meals, so it's good for me. I'll definitely try it out.
Yeah, I love the presentation and the idea of kind of incorporating different meal plans as well as thinking for economy. Thanks.
Yeah, wonderful job.
Judges, please let us know once you have completed the scoring.
On the Google form, it's not the same team that's showing up on number 2 for me.
In that case, August, can you just mark something and move on to the next one? Because what team are you seeing in the Google form?
IV.
Yeah, that's Ivy.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
it.
okay. My bad.
Yeah.
I thought.
Let's check the team names on the Google form carefully. If you, we will announce the team names. Just check if the right name is there or not. If you see the team is not there, just in your feedback mention team did not present it.
I have a question. Is this the evaluation that we're doing? Is it for number 1, Bright Minds?
Oh, this is for I4 Roberta.
It's for item number
Ivy.
4.
Yeah.
Okay. And
Next.
so do I like skip through these? Because I already did these. Do I just keep hitting next and it'll take me to where I need to be?
Yes.
So I'm looking for is it IV? Is that's
Yes.
number 2?
Yes.
That's the one I'm doing now, right?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much.
Please let us know once you have finished the evaluation. We will move on to the next demo.
I will.
Thank you.
I'm done.
Okay. So if the judges are done, we'll move on to the next team, that is Medforce.
Ayushi Roberta is still doing.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Bobby, please let me know once you're done.
Yeah. Personally, I like the UI and the way it's scrolling here. This looks different. Great work on UI as well.
The next one that we're moving to then is Medforce.
That's correct. Yep.
Okay, I'm ready. I'm good.
Okay, let's head into it.
Hi, I'm Pratusha. And I'm Anishka. And we'd like to introduce you to TheraPath. Last month, my grandmother had a knee surgery, and to help rebuild her strength, she had to attend physical therapy appointments every week. Every time she goes, she comes back home with exercise instructions written in English medical terms. But Tamil is her primary language, not English, so those instructions are hard for her to read and understand on her own. She relies on my dad to translate every single exercise for her, which makes it hard for her to stay independent in her own recovery. That's a problem we want to solve. Physical therapy only works when patients consistently perform the exercises at home. Unfortunately, many instruction sheets are written using medical language that's difficult to understand. Even worse, many patients receive instructions only in English, making it extremely difficult for people who primarily speak another language. This communication gap can lead to confusion, improper exercise technique, slower recovery, unnecessary follow-up appointments, and frustration for both patients and healthcare providers. We wanted to make recovery easy and more accessible for everyone. That's where TheraPath comes in. TheraPath transforms complex physical therapy instructions into simple, translated step-by-step guidance with audio support and progress tracking, making recovery easier for every patient. Let us show you how it works. First, when the user opens the app, on the top they have a button to pick what language they want to view it in. This is helpful for those who may not be able to speak or read English very well. The user can then upload their real PT document as a PDF, and our AI processes the document, simplifies the medical terminology into plain language, and translates it into Tamil or any other language of the user's choosing. Over here, the user can pick the language of their choosing and press the translate button. Instead of one long block of text, the exercises are separated into individual cards, and the first page shows the first exercise, and so on. On the left, you can see the original document, and on the right is a translated copy. You can also print the translation on the top right. Users can also listen to each one using the built-in text-to-speech feature, then tap Done to move on. The same thing follows for the second and third exercise. It also gives you your progress and percentage of how much you finished. And after one finishes the exercises for the day, it is saved to My Exercises, which can be found on the home bar, so patients can return to it anytime and build a streak of consistent practice, all without needing someone to translate for them each time. Yes, so you first press mark today done, and then it gets marked, and it's in the My Exercise. TheraPath makes physical therapy more accessible by breaking language and comprehension barriers while preserving accurate exercise guidance. By helping patients better understand their treatment plans, it has the potential to improve recovery outcomes and make healthcare more inclusive for everyone. Finally, we hope TheraPath demonstrates how AI can make healthcare more inclusive, understandable, and patient-centered. And in the future, we'd like to build a HIPAA-conscious data handling and real instruction videos to support each exercise. Thank you.
Wow, that was amazing.
Yeah, I love the incorporation of, language for different
Yeah.
and, easy access for patients. A lot of patients
Mhm.
have a hard time understanding the doctor. So thanks.
Yeah. I mean, the seniors would definitely love it. I will love it.
I think that if you're going to be utilizing this platform, maybe start with the selection of the language. So immediately it immerses the user in that language. So the understand your therapy recovery will be translated into, Tamil or Spanish or whatnot. And that way it's easier and easier to navigate for that person.
Yep.
But overall, really great.
Yeah, the feedback was really helpful. Thanks, Christina.
I also just wanted to call out this is a huge business case opportunity also, because when you think about the providers, the payers on the healthcare side of things, they spend a lot of money on translators and voice and these kinds of things. And so having a service that replaces that is a huge business opportunity that directly hits their bottom line, not to mention the patient satisfaction and empowering of the patients like Pramila called out. So excellent idea around this one.
Yeah. Thanks, Jake, for your insights.
Bobby, are you done judging?
Yes, I am. I'm ready to move forward. I guess the next one is T3.
Yep.
I'm all set for you.
Judges, if you are still evaluating, please let us know so that we give you enough time to score before
Oh,
moving.
still
to
writing a little bit. Thanks.
Okay.
Okay, let's go ahead then.
Hi everyone.
This is from Team T3, Thyro Wings. Uh,
Hi everyone, my name is Samyukta and I'm a sophomore at Amador Valley High School. Hello everyone, my name is Karunya Aurora and I'm an incoming junior at Foothill High School.
Hi, my name is Sonvi and I'm a junior at Foothill High School.
Today we're excited to introduce a personalized platform dedicated to helping people with Hashimoto's thyroiditis better understand, manage, and navigate their condition through symptom tracking, education, and AI-powered insights.
Millions of people live with Hashimoto's thyroiditis, especially people ages 18 through 40. Symptoms like fatigue, brain fog, and weight changes can be unpredictable, making the condition difficult to manage and overwhelming.
ThyroWings uses AI to help users track symptoms, identify patterns, and receive personalized insights. By combining symptom tracking, trusted educational resources, and wellness tools all in one platform, it empowers individuals with Hashimoto's to better understand and manage their condition.
Let's imagine Sarah, a 26-year-old living with Hashimoto's thyroiditis. Every day she experiences different symptoms, but it's difficult to remember what she's feeling and how to identify patterns over time. With ThyroWings, Sarah can quickly log her symptoms each day. The app tracks her progress over time, helping her better understand how her condition changes. Each time Sarah logs her symptoms or completes healthy habits, her butterfly garden grows. This transforms daily health tracking into something motivating and rewarding. Because Hashimoto's can impact menstrual health, Sarah can also track her cycle alongside her symptoms to identify important trends that she can discuss with her doctor. To stay consistent with treatment, ThyroWings sends personalized medication reminders so she never misses a dose. Sarah can also store and monitor her thyroid lab results, allowing her to visualize changes in important values over time instead of searching through paperwork. When she's looking for meal ideas, she can browse thyroid-friendly recipes designed to support a healthy lifestyle. In addition, ThyroWings includes trusted educational sources, AI-powered guidance wellness tools, and other features, all in one place, so patients don't have to rely on scattered information across the internet. With everything centralized in a single platform, ThyroWings empowers people with Hashimoto's to better understand, manage, and take control of their health.
ThyroWings was built using Base44 and AI-powered tools. In the future, we hope to expand this app to various thyroid diseases out there to help more patients. We also hope to partner with healthy meal distributions for patients to gain easy access to nutritious food and introduce copay cards for medications.
As someone living with Hashimoto's thyroiditis, this project is deeply personal to me. I know how overwhelming it can be to navigate this condition, and that's why we created ThyroWings. Our goal is to ensure that everyone with Hashimoto's has access to the tools, knowledge, and support they need to better understand and manage their health. Thank you for watching.
wow. Are the team members here for ThyroWings?
Yeah, I just wanted to add, it would be great for even doctors practice these tools to kind of incorporate, for Hashimoto, but apart from other things also, they are monitoring because these are metrics are monitored for many different diseases as well. Thanks.
I had a question for Team T3. My name is Sonia. I'm one of the judges. I have Hashimoto's for 24 years now. But I was never, and I go to Mayo Clinic, by the way. So I was never asked about meal planning. I'm wondering where you all got the whole idea of meal planning. How did that come into the picture?
Oh, for meal planning? So basically, when I was diagnosed with Hashimoto's in 8th grade, my mom did a lot of research and they told us that having gluten-free certain meals that are soy-free are really good for people with Hashimoto's, and they kind of prevent like the, what's it called? I'd say like the symptoms are less like noticeable that way. So it's just good for your overall health as well.
So I'd say as a patient myself, what I'd say is like I would maybe you could split the track as I believe in what the doctor prescribes and what I go. let's say, functional medicine, and integrate those two routes. Because a lot of times, when you go to your regular PCP and you get your blood work, your T3, T4s and everything, they will just throw everything else out of the bucket. But if you contribute, if you have both the things together, it's working for you, but the system doesn't always listen to you. But having it all together really helps. So, but then if you try to pitch the whole thing as one solution and say, "Hey, this is going to work for you," they might just uh, uh, not listen to you. So if you try to figure out a way of keeping it separate yet together, that would be helpful. But I know exactly what you're talking about when you're talking about food affecting, because food affects a lot of autoimmune conditions. So great job on that. Great job on that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Now, just let us give a few seconds for judges to evaluate. Judges, please let us know once you are done evaluating.
Bobby Reed's done.
Anyone is still evaluating?
Just give me some time.
Okay, Sonia.
Just for your reference, next team would be A team.
We can go ahead. Thank you.
Dipti?
Yeah, if everyone is done judging, then we can move on to the.
Hi, my name is Jaden.
Aisha can start.
Yeah.
And I'm Jordan. And our team's named the A Team. We created an app that helps identify allergens in foods, providing more security when deciding to eat out. And today we're introducing our app named Allergy Safe. So let's get into it. So, 33 million Americans have food allergies, which is 1 in 10 adults and 1 in 13 children. 51% of adults had a severe reaction, while 42% of children had also experienced a severe reaction.
That's very prevalent in America. All right, what inspires us? Based on our experiences with food allergies, we decided to make identifying our allergens easier. Everyone deserves to feel safe and included when eating. So for our experience, I feel insecure when eating with allergies. I have to be more aware, which can be exhausting, especially with checking the back of food labels and ingredients. And if push comes to shove, if we really feel paranoid, we don't eat at all because we're feared for our safety because of our allergens.
Okay, so let's get into that. So first, you'd have to create an allergy profile. So type in your name and what allergies you have. Like, I have peanuts, tree nuts, and eggs. And you're able to determine how severe those allergies are. So let's say I want to eat at a restaurant. So I want to go to Applebee's, so I want to click on this. All right. So it shows the risk for my allergies, and you're able to rate your experience. Not really about the allergies
allergen
itself.
stuff.
Yeah,
Like,
it's more about
like
the
Yelp,
restaurant.
like kind of like Yelp.
Yeah.
It also shows the start where the restaurant closes and the opening closing time.
So it has common allergens used, menu categories, safe alternatives, like that.
There's also customer reviews as well.
So let's say I want to find a safe alternative for egg allergies near me. So I click on this. And it shows many other options. And I'm able to click it. And it'll show, a map, like Google Maps. It'll show what places are near you. So this tool here is more like, like almost like ChatGPT. It's just more of like a catch-all thing.
Yeah.
Just for asking questions. This is where allergy solutions are placed. You're able to tap the cards for more in-depth explanations.
More medical solutions. Solutions.
Yeah. And this is the emergency tab, allergy reaction steps, medication reminders,
And-
possible emergency contacts.
Yeah, in the unfortunate case you get an allergic reaction.
So this is all.
We didn't use any APIs for this, but we used the base one model for base 44.
Yeah.
For the future of this app, I'm thinking more of a review based type app, more review oriented. Kind of like Yelp. You know what I'm saying? More of a review based type app. Maybe in a different section of Allergy Safe.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah, thanks for hearing us out.
Judges, what would you like to say about Team A team?
Thanks. It's always good to find restaurants which are covering your needs or allergies. So thanks for sharing that.
We appreciate it.
Yeah, this is definitely scalable. I mean, you can definitely add a lot more restaurants to it, and maybe even find them by zip code. So
Also,
that
yeah, you're able to type more specific restaurants, but
Yeah.
We had like more of a prompt,
Mhm.
more like yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you add the near me by zip code, and it finds like the different restaurants for you, and then you can figure out if, your risk of going to that restaurant, it would definitely be helpful to the user.
Yep. Also, note in the notes app, the drawings that were shown there, I did it myself. So
That's pretty impressive.
Yeah, very nice. One more thing would be beneficial is like for a given restaurant, like anything that is compliant for you, kind of to highlight that particular item.
okay.
And one more comment. I really liked it. When you guys nail down whatever you're going to do for allergies, it would definitely be beneficial to stretch a little bit further. For example, I have chronic kidney disease, so it's something I can't eat. So when you can also have it where they change whatever the ailment is and what you can and can't eat, that would definitely help. But yeah, this is great. Keep it up.
Thank you.
I think it's really really needed, and like the other judge said, definitely scalable.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Judges, please let us know once you have done the scoring so we can move on to the next submission. Great job.
It's done.
Okay. Everyone is done. The next team would be Gitlet.
Gitlet here. And let's play the demo. Oh, they are here. Let's see what they have built.
Okay, guys.
Nearly 1 in 5 patients are readmitted to the hospital within 30 days. Researchers estimate that up to 75% of those readmissions could have been prevented.
Patients often leave the hospital with instructions they don't fully understand. That confusion contributes to medication mistakes, missed appointments, and preventable complications.
I'm Joanne.
I'm Nathy.
And I'm Matthew.
We're Team Get Lit. Today, we're excited to show you Menly, an app that helps patients safely recover at home after they're discharged from the hospital.
Menly works for any patient from any hospital, starting with just a photo of their own paperwork. We built Menly for patients recovering at home and the caregivers that worry about them, especially adult kids for aging parents. Today, we'll show you how it works.
Let's follow John, who just got home from surgery. He uploads a photo of his real discharge papers. In seconds, Menly pulls out his medications, restrictions, and follow update. He confirms it's correct before saving.
From there, he gets a daily plan, not a locked hospital protocol. He can edit or reorder anything himself. Each day, he checks in on pain, energy, sleep, and receives a supportive response from Mendy. His medication adherence is tracked automatically, not self-reported.
John can also ask everyday recovery questions anytime, but if something sounds urgent, Mendy says so clearly, instead of guessing or staying silent.
This is AI adding real value without pretending to replace his doctor.
Before a follow-up visit, Menly also turns this into a real doctor report and keeps caregivers in the loop, all saved securely, even after signing out.
We didn't just test that this works. We tested that it's actually useful. We gave a real discharge document to a younger family member with zero context and compared what they found to what Menly caught automatically.
We also ran it against multiple real discharge formats and talked to adults in our own families who told us that this would especially be valuable for aging grandparents.
Menly was built using Base 44, and the API model and API were built in.
We built this because every patient deserves clear, personalized recovery support, not just those whose hospitals can afford specialized software. By turning confusing discharge paperwork into simple daily guidance, Menly helps patients recover with greater confidence, supports caregivers, and makes follow-up appointments more productive.
Thank you for your time.
So, guys, what do you have for Medley?
Thanks. Yeah, it's great to have, the instructions decoded because you're so overwhelmed at the time. So it's nice to have something to which quickly gives you.
Yeah. Are the team members also here? Would you like to say something?
Yeah, so some of our future plans include adding translation features for those who have limited lingual abilities, and also having speech to text features for those who are illiterate or dyslexic.
Jennifer McKenzie.
Hi, that was a really fantastic idea, you guys. I could see this being extremely useful, particularly for people who get lost in the details of typical hospital discharge instructions, being able to pull out just those very key things like changes to your medicines, when your follow-up appointment is, what things you need to call your doctor for. I think that is incredibly helpful, and I would encourage you to keep going with this because I think this could be potentially incredibly helpful for people, especially if you can make it in large print for people who have challenges, reading the smaller script that comes out in the discharge instructions. I think this is a really fantastic idea. You guys have done a great job.
And Jake and Sonia, can you go one by one?
Yeah, sure. Again, I think this is another one where you're touching on a really, really strong business case. You mentioned it at the top, but of reducing readmissions. That's one of the biggest costs in the healthcare system and one of the the most costly single line items that happen. So if you, with this app, continue pursuing it and show that you can reduce readmissions with it, there's a real business behind this. So great idea, and keep pushing on this one.
Jennifer Moore.
Yeah, I'm just going to ditto what everyone else has said. This is a huge, big deal, hospital readmissions. I think about dialysis patients constantly readmitted. You could definitely market it there. And also the value-based care companies, that's one of their markers for success is hospital readmission. So definitely this could have a huge impact. Great job.
Sonia?
So everything the other judges said, just fantastic, you guys. It's just wonderful. I see reports over there. I'm not sure if this isn't a feature you're already working on. I hope you can export the reports and give it to your doctors, because a lot of times the follow-up is the hardest part. And if that can be achieved, you've completed the loop. That's what I would call it. You went in, you finished, but fabulous job. Keep going, like everybody said. Thank you.
Tamara?
Yes, I was just thinking the same thing. Battling kidney disease for 22 years. The reoccurring and having to keep going back to the hospital it helps on both sides, for the patient and also I'm assuming for the healthcare professionals. Yes, absolutely keep going. and also being able to have a trend, like for example, in kidney disease, you go every 6 months, right? So then if you have instructions you've gotten from a ER visit or any type of information that helps them treat you better, definitely a win. I love this one.
Thank you, everyone. And uh, if once the judges have done the scoring, just give a heads up so that we can move on to the next demo.
I guess Neeti had something to say as well. So when we move, then the time she can say.
Oh, hi. For the judge that mentioned sharing this with the doctor, we do have a feature that allows it to generate a link to send directly to the doctor. But we will work on enabling printing options as well.
Oh, fantastic, Nidhi. So that was me. I would also, this idea just popped through my head. You know, if you reach out to companies that manage, eventually, if you please do develop this idea, and if you can integrate into EHRs, that's electronic health records, because a lot of times, you know, you don't, if you, let's say, go to Stanford ER and then you're going to go to El Camino ER, they have your records in one place but not the other place. So if you can combine those two records and get it across different places, and then my chart, it's all one big jungle out there. So this would be fantastic. But very well done. Fantastic. A much needed solution.
Thank you very much for your feedback. Actually, now that we're hearing all of the positive comments, honestly, I feel more motivated to, like you said, contact companies and try making this more scalable. Thank you so much.
Okay. Can we move on to the next one?
Yep, sure. Great work, team. Now we'll go to Intelligent Aura.
Hi, my name's Atharv Sharma and I'm from the team Intelligent Aura, and here is our domain, which is used for ending procrastination to better your mental health. So first you start off with this page called What Are You Putting Off? Here you can choose a goal, for instance, stop putting off exercise, and then you can also put why it matters to you, which in this drop down menu I'll say that I want to walk into class with less anxiety about myself and be more confident. Start my journey. Stop putting off exercise. You can see the streaks and the streak freezes, which are basically to make sure that you have consistency and the urge for consistency. Here you can see your levels, which you gain by XP, which I'll explain how to get later. Here you can see your daily brain teaser to keep your mind sharp and alert before you continue in the app. Here, I'll just answer this, bang. Now you can see your daily bonus, which is again to make you feel more confident and more inspired to use the app. Same with the confidence booster and the stat to show you how you're not alone and that this is a path that takes time to perfect. Here you can put your intentions. Now I'll tell you that intentions give you XP to level up. I'll put all three of my intentions. I want to do a 15-minute workout. I want to shoot hoops for 30 minutes. And I want to bike to a friend's house instead of asking for a ride. These are all simple but doable tasks for any high schooler's routine, which just makes it so simple. That's why I really like using this app.
Hello, I'm Andy from the team, and I am here to show you how this app would look to a month-old account and how this app helps benefit your mental health. So I'm just going to go in on the demo account. You can see all my stats, like I'm level 15. I have a couple achievements, and I have a 30-day streak. If I scroll down, I can see how my stress levels were, and I can look back at my calendar to see all of the days I've completed. So yesterday, I can see I had a yellow day. If I want to review what I missed, I can scroll down, see I only had 2 out of 3 of my intentions completed, so I did not explain today's lesson out loud. Then if I go into the leaderboard, you can see the top streaks and who has the top points. So the way this app helps your mental health is it reduces stress levels, which affect your depression, and your anxiety. And about 50% of students and 15 to 25% of adults are chronically procrastinating every day, which affects their academics and their mindset, their mood.
And I would also like to say that our domain provides stuff that other apps don't, because our domain is specifically tailored to helping high school students and being more simple than other apps that are currently on the market.
Thanks. This was great. I think just had a morning conversation about where apathy lies,
Hi,
and
my name's Atharv Sharma, and I'm from the team Intelligent Aura. And here
Sorry about that.
yeah, no worries. I think this is a great, like that we have all unfinished items, and it kind of brings that consistency to, put it step by step for some of the things that you want to kind of add in your routine. So, yeah, this is good to have, especially for your mental health and, many things. So, thank
Yeah, I agree. We're procrastinators too. Yeah, Jake, you have something to say?
Yeah, this is great. I wanted to call out a couple things. I thought one, the approach of what are you putting off was an excellent framing of it to try and differentiate from so many other like habit tracker apps out there, and making it not like what habit are you trying to start. It makes it a lot more approachable for it. So kind of that declinicalizing it almost to a certain extent was really strong. And I'm not sure if you intended to do this or knew that you were doing this, but you were leveraging a lot of different aspects of cognitive behavioral therapy through this. And so I think like it's short CBT. I would dig into that some more because you're starting to hit on the tip of the iceberg, but there's a lot more research that you can kind of leverage here to really implement some more interactions that are really grounded in research. But great, excellent start on that part.
Yeah, thanks, Jade, for the insights. Jennifer and Tamara, who would like to go first?
Yeah, I thanks so much for presenting this. I think this is also, I agree with what other people have said. It sounds like you've approached it in a unique way that I do think would be more appealing to capturing the audience that you're targeting compared to other like health habit trackers. I think it would be, and you may have mentioned this and I missed it, but it would be nice if this was customizable, if they could put in some of their own individual goals that they're trying to accomplish. And I think maybe being able to see in a very nice visual where they are making progress, because just seeing that you've done this on multiple occasions, or you're reaching the goals that you're setting for yourself, it can be very motivating to just continue doing that. Nice job.
Thank you, Jennifer. Yes, Tamara.
Just to piggyback off of Jake and Jennifer, yes, definitely keep going on this one. I'm actually working with a nurse practitioner right now. Her space is mental health, and we are building an entire corner just on the main 5 issues that she sees in her community, procrastination being one of the first ones we're working on. So yes, it's just the tip of the iceberg. Keep going. There's so much more to uncover in this space. I think it's great.
Atharv?
So I really like the ideas you guys pulled up, and I really like Tamara's like relation with the app. So the reason I wanted to choose it being specifically tailored to high school students is because at the teenage years is basically where your mental health journey starts, and that's actually the age that you start to build up stress and anxiety. So I thought that this app, since it's specifically like made for this age group, it would help like starting your progress correctly. And to comment on Jake's comment about how he liked the initial part of putting in your goal and what matters to you, I would also like to mention when you set your intentions, it's basically coded that it's only based off of what your goal was and why it matters to you. So if you feel like you don't like the intentions given below, you can simply just go back and change your goal and why it matters to you. And then Jennifer, you said that you would like to see more of it showing how to like you want it to make it seem like it's motivating. So that's the reason we put in the leaderboard, and you can check on the calendars how's your days have been going based off whether you've completed your intentions or not. But if you think that we should make it more visible, I'll definitely keep track of that and try to make it more visible and more motivating. Thank you guys for your comments, and I really like them.
Thank you, Atharva, for being here and giving the feedback as well. Okay, so next team would be Code for Fun, and we still have a lot of teams to go through. So judges, I really love that you're giving a lot of feedbacks, but we can create those feedbacks at the very end, and then we can share it to the teams later on as well.
Hello, my name is Manasa. For this hackathon, I have developed an Ayurvedic-based holistic wellness website. This site hopes to provide young adults more nutritious and healthier lifestyles, while also helping young adults find some relief from illnesses and symptoms. Since this is a holistic wellness site, we cannot offer any prescriptions or tell the user to do anything. We can only offer suggestions. This disclaimer says that this is just suggestions, and that if they have an emergency, they should go to 911 or a professional. The user is told to sign in. We shall sign in using Gmail. Once the user has signed in or logged in, they will find a questionnaire. Upon the first sign in, of course, users answer the questions according to their diagnosis. As you can see here, the disclaimer is visible along most pages and tabs on the site, just to make sure the user remembers. This is only for suggestions and not for medical advice and prescribing. As we can see here, for the 3 different dosas with all your natural attitude, we have Vata, which correlates to the wind, so it's blue. Pitta, which correlates to fire and heat, so it's pinkish red, and Kapha, which is more earthy, so it gets green. These 3 will also change how your weekly plan looks. We can see that here. The plans are generated based on common practice Ayurveda and your goals along with your dosa. Since we have Vata, which is blue, our plan is blue and the light dark blue. However, let's say I have a specific symptom. Let's say, for example, my head hurts. Then we would go to the chat page. While the chat is thinking, I'll explain why I made this website. I made this website because my mom is an Ayurvedic practitioner and my sister is a young adult who is just going to college. Young adults nowadays would like to gain some independence once in college and once they've graduated and joined the workforce. They don't want to always run to their parents for everything. However, once they have certain symptoms or and due to this, they don't often live the most healthy lifestyle. Sometimes they do get sick and don't seek the proper attention. This app allows users to live healthier lifestyles and also find ease from pain and other issues, but also following ancient wisdom that has been passed down to thousands of generations. Since the chat's loaded, we can look at what it says. It says, I've asked for some headache. It says that, oh, since you are a Vata, this is why it might happen. Here are some ways according to Ayurveda to help this. This is a little disclaimer that these are only suggestions, and that if the pain is severe or persistent, then they should reach out to a professional, of course. This chat was originally supposed to be retrieval augmented generation. However, page 44 does not allow third-party APIs, nor do they allow so many back-end features, causing our logger not to be an option. Instead, we went for certain stored prompts that stored prompts and skills that allowed this agent to respond only with the given context and only with our Ayurveda and the limitations of allergies, dosa, and conditions. But let's say you're completely new. You have no idea what Ayurveda is, what is the dosa, what is this stuff. We have this Learn tab. These are some top sources these are some top reputable sources, and these can help explain to you what is Vata Pitta Kapha, what is a dosa, and how can I balance these things. Since we signed into Gmail, we also allow weekly reminders. This is an option the user can toggle on and off due to sometimes their inbox getting cluttered. These are the weekly plans. The plans will reset every week and will allow the user to add their own goals if they want. Maybe they want to do 100 push-ups a day, and they can add it here. You can also complete it like all the other goals. In future, we hope to add a sort of gamified system allowing points and leaderboards. Thank you for your time.
Wow, thanks, Manas. Code for Fun. It was a lovely app.
Yeah, loved it. And it would be great to know in the start, though, it is Ayurveda. Otherwise, it's just lovely. I'd love to know, what is my dosha and, what is the necessary things that one can do.
I agree. Yes, Jake.
Yeah, I just wanted to say I really liked the focusing on the Ayurvedic approach too. I think it's helpful to be inclusive, right, of all of these different approaches to health, and especially with different communities that are going to be more receptive to these different approaches. So I really, really appreciate that. Just wanted to second what Pramila said around kind of like an intro, like, hey, are you familiar with Ayurvedic approach or not? And if not, like, here's a cool way to learn about it and see how it can help you. It'd be a real even for your mother, a way to kind of open up some practice, open up her practice to potentially new patients through it too, who aren't familiar with it. But this was really great.
Thank you, Jake. Manas, you had something to say?
Yeah, I was just gonna say thank you for the ideas. I think I think I might implement the idea later on to have like a more like intro at the beginning to help widen the user base.
Okay. Thanks, Manas. And if everyone is done, then I'll move to the next team, that is Health Byte AI.
Can you guys check if in the Excel form you're seeing this exact team name, Health Byte AI?
Yeah.
Wait, Ayush, you can start.
Okay.
Hi, my name is Aryan Dodia.
And I'm Vian Shakti.
Sorry we could not make the presentation. Instead, this will be our showcase of the website.
Our website name is NutriSync. It's a nutrition website to ensure a healthy and fit lifestyle.
Did you know that millions of people struggle to meet their daily nutritional needs because they don't know what nutrients they're missing or how to build healthy eating habits?
Poor nutrition is a major contributor to preventable health conditions such as obesity, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes. While nutrition information is widely available, it is often confusing, difficult to apply, or not personalized.
That's why we created NutriSync, an intelligent nutrition and wellness platform that provides personalized guidance based on each user's age, weight, activity level, and health goals.
Now, this is a run through of our website, so users can log in to save their goals and their data. After you verify it, you can set up your profile.
So this is our dashboard. First, it'll show how much calories you need to eat. based on what you put in. This is our proteins, carb, fat, and fiber you need to eat every day to maintain a healthy lifestyle. And this is our recommended recipes. We will talk more about this later. We can also check how much vitamins and minerals our food that we have logged has.
Okay, now we can go into logging our food. You can log in separately for breakfast, lunch, dinner, and snacks. Let's just say that Bob wants to log pizza for dinner. And let's just say Bob eats cheese pizza. And you could also change these calories, protein, carbs, and fat, but this should be average pizza that you can get. And you can also do this with breakfast, lunch, and snacks, but this is just an example. But let's just also say that he also ate dosa for breakfast. We have a lot of options for dosa. Let's just say he eats one masala dosa, and you can also add that. And now we can talk about the exercise.
So in exercises, we can put in how many calories we burn based on what we do every week. So all we have to do is click on log exercise, and it'll show in the different varieties of exercise we can do. So for example, let's just say we walked today, and we walked for 60 minutes today, and we walked at a low pace. So we can just log in exercise, and it'll show the estimated calories burned. But we also did some other workouts. So we can log in again. We can do cycling, for example. So it'll say how many workouts you have, how many minutes of exercise you did today, and the total calories are burned. It'll go, if we go to the dashboard, it'll also show it on the dashboard.
So, as you can see, we have less protein for today. So let's just say that you want to eat something with high protein. So you can come to the recipe section and you can click high protein. And because Bob has a family, he wants it to be family friendly. And he wants it quick because it's getting late. You can click get recipe recommendations and it gives you personalized recipes. So for example, these are some easy recipes, but you can also get harder recipes if you're a good chef. For example, let's just say he wants to make lean lemon herb grilled chicken today. Let's go to progress. Because this is the first day Bob has logged in anything, we're going to see everything else empty, but today, Friday, and we can see that the calories are 414.1, which is how much he's eating today. And then another good thing about our website is that it has a dark mode. Some people prefer dark mode, so we also made this available.
In addition to our website, we have our own AI coach. You can click on the button. So you can ask any question you want about nutrition and it'll give you a response. If you want to ask, let's just say, how much protein should I eat? It'll give you a response based on how much your weight and age was. Thank you for watching
and
welcome to NutriSync.
Amazing job, guys.
Your clients dream big.
Amazing. Love the UI, love the integrations.
Yeah, I love the fitness app. It's going to give a run to the money for the other competing apps. Thanks.
I agree. So next team would be syntax slayers.
Judges, please let us know once you are done scoring. Pramila? Bobby?
Yes, I just finished.
Perfect. Can everyone confirm the next team on their Google form is Syntax Slayers?
Yep. Seems like it.
Okay, let's move with syntax slayers.
Hello, this is the team Syntax Slayers. My name is Amok Chahande.
My name is Akshay Karthikeyan.
And we're both from Milpitas High School. This is our app, Anchor, a mental wellness app built by teens for teens that helps you get support from a real human before things get heavy, without anyone reading in on your private thoughts. Earlier this summer, I reached a point where I had to take my own life, but I'm still here because there were people that showed up for me, and I built Anchor so that someone shows up for other teens, and someone also gets that chance to show up sooner. 60% of teens with depression get no treatment at all, not because help doesn't exist, but telling someone feels almost impossible. And today's apps are making it so much worse. There are monitoring apps that sell your data and relay it back to your parents even when they promise privacy. And there are private journals that keep everything locked away until it's too late. Nobody's building to tackle the actual problem. Teens want privacy and support. And the adults that love them just want to know when to step in. So we decided to build Anchor, an app that gives both sides what they need. I get a private check-in and an AI companion to talk things out with. And my trusted adult, so when I choose, sees only a trend arrow. And when things get too heavy, one signal can alert them and then they'll check in on me.
We built this because we've watched many people around us struggle and not know who to tell. So let me show you how you can use Anchor after a rough day. First, we have a check-in feature that prompts the user once every day to check in on their mood and write a sentence or two on how they're feeling. And then we can go back. And if the user wants to talk more about how they're feeling, they can use our Compass AI feature. First, when you click on it, it offers you a choice between talking to the AI assistant or reaching out to your parent or guardian directly. Now I'm going to select the AI assistant. Let's say I am spiraling before a test. The AI is going to offer some conversation-like prompts that give the user some engagement to respond further and inform the AI more about how they're feeling. The AI is trained on key phrases that show that a user is in critical condition and instantly prompt them to either contact emergency services or reach out to their trusted adult.
Judges, actually, this is the
If the teen
original
wants to conversate further with their
we got
trusted
from
adult, they can
the
also click the messages feature, where they can start a chat with their trusted adult that they themselves have added onto the app. There are no trusted adults automatically there. Everything that you add is like only your data. So now I can type a message. And now we can go into the adult view to see what a parent might see. Keep in mind that all of these chats are monitored with Compass AI's threat detection system, which makes sure that the adult doesn't make any inappropriate or threatening messages and the teen remains safe at all times. The teens are our number one priority, and we strive to make sure that they are always in control. Adults can only nudge teens once a day to check in on them. I can send a check-in anytime, only limit.
Judges, this is actually the original video we got from the kids. I usually see if you can do anything and play it again.
Let me just try to reduce the playback speed.
Yeah.
I could not hardly understand a word they were saying.
Yep, I think this is a video we got from the kids as it is and played it.
Hello, this is the team Syntax Layers. My name
Is
is
it okay?
Amol Chahande,
My name is Dr. Smriti Khan.
and we're both from Milpitas High School. This is our app, Anchor, a mental wellness app built by teens for teens that helps you get support from a real human before things get heavy, without anyone reading in on your private thoughts. Earlier this summer, I reached a point where I had to take my own life. But I'm still here because there were people that showed up for me. And I built Anchor so that someone shows up for other teens. And someone also gets that chance to show up sooner. 60% of teens with depression get no treatment at all. Not because help doesn't exist, but telling someone feels almost impossible. And today's apps are making it so much worse. There are monitoring apps that sell your data and relay it back to your parents, even when they promise privacy. And there are private journals that keep everything locked away until it's too late. Nobody's building to tackle the actual problem. Teens want privacy and support. And the adults that love them just want to know when to step in. So we decided to build Anchor, an app that gives both sides what they need. I get a private check-in and an AI companion to talk things out with, and my trusted adult, so when I choose, sees only a trend arrow. And when things get too heavy, one signal can alert them, and then they'll check in on me.
We built this because we've watched many people around us struggle and not know who to tell. So let me show you how you can use Anchor after a rough day. First, we have a check-in feature that prompts the user once every day to check in on their mood and write a sentence or two on how they're feeling. And then we can go back. And if the user wants to talk more about how they're feeling, they can use our Compass AI feature. First, when you click on it, it offers you a choice between talking to the AI assistant or reaching out to your parent or guardian directly. Now I'm going to select the AI assistant. Let's say I am spiraling before a test. The AI is going to offer some conversation-like prompts that give the user some engagement to respond further and inform the AI more about how they're feeling. The AI is trained on key phrases that show that a user is in critical condition and instantly prompt them to either contact emergency services or reach out to their trusted adult. If the teen wants to conversate further with their trusted adult, they can also click the messages feature, where they can start a chat with their trusted adult that they themselves have added onto the app. There are no trusted adults automatically there. Everything that you add is like only your data. So now I can type a message. And now we can go into the adult view to see what a parent might see. Keep in mind that all of these chats are monitored with Compass AI's threat detection system, which makes sure that the adult doesn't make any inappropriate or threatening messages, and the teen remains safe at all times. The teens are our number one priority, and we strive to make sure that they are always in control. Adults can only nudge teens once a day to check in on them. I can send a check-in anytime, only limited to these 3 prompts. After that, you can only check in once a day, so you can't spam your teen with messages.
We built Anchor on base 44 with a large language model powering Compass behind a crisis filter. AI never touches up on these crisis moments. We designed it from published research on why teens don't seek help, from reasons like stigma, fear of surveillance, or not finding the words, and from our own experience because we're the users. We ran it through Argo's security scan on the final build, and also Anchor ships this with a private safety plan following a clinically used Stanley Brown structure, a 14 by teen tip section with admin moderation and accessibility throughout. We test our crisis filter against a labeled set of test phrases. Safety isn't a feature we hope that works. Every teen deserves someone who notices before it's too late, and a say in who that someone is Anchor. Thanks for watching.
Okay, this was syntax layers. Give a round of applause, guys.
Yeah. Thanks for kind of having this app. I think this is a very, like underrepresented problem. So it's great to have that voice of teen and knowing the boundaries selection, but also having the communication between the adult and the teen. So.
I think it really does have a lot of usability for teens. I would say, maybe integrating something like meditation or games, breathing exercises would be the next step for this.
Thanks, Christina. Yes, Jake.
Yeah, I just wanted to call it that it's really mature and astute, where you you called out the conflicting goals of it, of the privacy and the support and how to manage those two. I think that's really smart that you called those out and trying to manage those two things conflicting with it. And then the other one was the underlying clinical evidence that you use to support the interactions and calling that out in the demo. Both of those were really excellent.
Yeah, I agree with that. Amol, you have something to say?
Yeah, I just wanted to address Christina's concern about like breathing exercises and stuff. We have that on there actually. Like I know it wasn't demonstrated in like the demo, but if you check the app, like when you start a check-in, you'll have multiple breathing exercises. There's other exercises as well. We have like a journaling feature in there is.
That's great. Okay.
Okay, if everyone is done, I'll move to the next team, that is Code Blue.
Can everyone confirm on the Google form they see Code Blue?
Okay. Okay, moving on to Code Blue and watching the demo now.
Hello everybody, my name is Isha Agarwal.
And I'm Jeevata, and we'll be showing the demo of the app today. Healthcare was built differently, a health intelligence platform designed specifically to turn fragmented medical histories into one clear, searchable narrative.
When you're experiencing a severe flare, typing out a detailed journal entry is exhausting. Our low energy dark mode UI, or our light mode, lets you log non cyclical pains, fatigue, or abdominal swelling in seconds. We also have an emergency help button for people that are experiencing a lot of pain, for example, 10. Additionally, it shows you the next appointments that are coming up, the medications that they have to take during the day.
So, under the timeline, Chronicare combines your personal flare logs and medical records into one chronological feed. At the end, Chronicare provides an AI health summary that highlights important symptoms, treatments, and patterns, giving you a clear picture of your health journey.
Then we have the Smart Search. Quick answers about our past. The Smart Search acts as your AI health memory assistant, where you can simply ask questions about to give instant answers. Example, what medications have I tried? And then it would tell you which medication you've been trying and its dosage.
Visit Brief. Chronicare supports you through every step of your doctor's appointment. Before you visit, it automatically creates a clean one-page PDF summarizing your symptoms, trends, medical history, and key questions. During the appointment, you can follow your personalized prompt list so you don't forget the important topics. After the visit, Chronicare helps organize new prescriptions, lab orders, recommendations, and follow-up dates into one clear summary, making it easier to keep track of what happens next.
Then we have the documents. In the documents, all your raw records stay safely organized. You can also ask AI questions about any of the documents, saving you time of searching for small details in long documents. Then you have the community hub, where you can join topic discussions, ask questions in Q&A, or connect directly with people also facing similar symptoms for support. Finally, in Profile, you can manage your privacy controls.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, guys.
Pavni, what do you want to say?
Hi, I'm one of the team members of Chronicare, and I just wanted to share a little bit more info about our thing. So basically, we chose endometriosis because despite affecting millions of people worldwide, it remains one of the most underlooked and misunderstood chronic illness. And for many patients, getting diagnosed isn't very straightforward. They can spend years being told that their symptoms are normal or repeatedly explaining themselves to different doctors. And even after diagnosis, these challenges don't disappear. So, what really stood out to us was that patients aren't just fighting for the illness itself, they're also navigating a healthcare system where the information becomes fragmented and experiences can get lost.
Thank you, Pavni, for sharing the context. And
Okay.
for sake of time, judges, do you have any feedback for this team?
I thought the end-to-end aspect of it, the pre-visit, like preparing for the visit and then going into the visit and then the follow-up of the visit and kind of having that wraparound experience for it is huge. Making the most of an actual doctor's visit when you have one by having that prep for it and letting them know what you want to talk about going into it is a major gap in care today. So excellent work around that.
Thank you, Jake. Yeah, Jennifer, you have something to say?
Yeah, I totally agree. I love the doctor prep because I currently have to do that all the time now with the people I see, is like write out talking points so they know exactly what to say to their doctor, because even people that say have a decent health literacy, if they don't necessarily understand their condition, they don't even know what to ask. So great job on that.
Yep. Jivita?
Yeah, I just wanted to say that we have a different video for our presentation. So if the judges want some more detailed explanation on the data or anything, they can definitely refer to that presentation.
Okay. Thank you.
Is everyone done and we can move on to the next team?
So the next team's name is Heal by Code. Can you all see that on the judges form? Okay. Heal by Code.
Hello everyone, our team name is Heal by Code. Annika, Ayana, Nimr, Rinza, and Samara. We are currently attending St. Francis Xavier Secondary School. We are thrilled to showcase Bright Balance, an AI-powered wellness companion designed for teens and young adults. Social media addiction, substance use and abuse, academic burnout are experienced by teenagers all over the world but are often dismissed or misunderstood. This makes their well-being and mental health extremely important, especially with emerging technologies designed to get people hooked onto a product. Bright Balance turns AI technology part of the solution by blending game-like motivation and real support. Each session leaves the user feeling understood and lighter. Now, we will be moving on to 3 demo users who will be simulating real users' experience.
Meet Amari. She's been feeling more restless because of her time spent on social media, so she scrolls down on her Bright Balance homepage to find today's quick actions. These are basically rewarding activity ideas that help her feel like she's using her time more wisely instead of scrolling. So she finishes logging today's screen time, and she refreshes her quick wins and texts a friend something kind. This gives her more XP and helps her move on to the next level.
Next, Shri is managing cravings related to vaping. When a craving occurs, he opens the craving log to record what triggered it, what helped, and whether he resisted, used, or partially used the substance. Over time, this builds a clear pattern of his progress. He also utilizes Brightbill, our AI assistant, to ask what he should do if he relapses. Bright Balance never judges.
Alex is feeling overwhelmed with their academic life after receiving a lower mark than they expected on a maths test. Feeling overwhelmed, they open Bright Balance's Resource Hub to find reliable resources that can make studying more efficient and effective. They select Wolfram Math World, where they can review any concepts they struggled with and strengthen their understanding before their next assessment. Bright Balance helps them find the right resources and take a practical next step towards improving their academic confidence.
Bright Balance was built using Base44, which is an AI app builder. We personalize the user's experience and recommendations by integrating AI. In the future, we'd like to introduce an AI memory system that remembers a user's long-term progress, challenges, and goals. Our mission is to make mental wellness support more accessible, engaging, and personalized for every student. Thank you for watching, and we hope Bright Balance can help the youth realize that help is just one tap away.
Okay. Okay, so that was Heal by Code.
That was lovely in terms of gamification of different mental health aspects, pros
Yeah.
and cons, and like a very lovely UX. Thanks for sharing.
Yes, it was very cutesy as well, pretty aesthetic. Thank you so much. Welcome.
Judges, just please let us know if you have any feedback to share to the team and when you have done the judging part so that we can move on to the next team, Digital Hope. Any other feedback any judge would like to add for this team?
Okay, if everyone is done,
And
we'll
they're,
move to
and they're not. I think few judges are still.
okay. Mm. Okay. Should I move to the next team, Digital Hope?
Yep.
Okay.
Can you guys, judges, confirm in the Google form, Digital Hope is the team you see?
Yep.
Okay.
That's why we built Senior Companion to take care of your father or your mother, however you were. So now let's see the app demo and how can you help your parent when you are far away. First, you have a login page. You're gonna write the name, the age, and the gender, and the medical condition that your senior suffer from. Here it is, the senior dashboard. Request bottom, call family, today medicine, and how it is feeling. Here it is, your dashboard. Here we are going to add the medicine that the senior need to take. First, we're gonna add a photo, the name, and how much time he's gonna take and the time. And we're gonna add the picture because the senior can see the picture of the medicine. Here is the screen we can delete or even we can add. Now let's add other medicine. Here we go, we are having them in our dashboard and also on the senior dashboard. And now we are going to add family member number. So when the senior need help or need a call to his family, the app will send you a call. Also, we can send here to the senior any message. And now let's try to send a request help. It sends to my email. And now if we click the call family, it will send us a call. And here is the message that we sent to the senior. Also, when we go to our dashboard, we're gonna find an emergency alternate sends from the senior. And also it sends on the email. And also it is the message that the senior sends for good when we click the bottom there on the senior dashboard. So we now can stay safe and take care of our parent however we were.
That was a really great app.
Yeah, that is a wonderful app. I think there's a lot of need and an anxiety around seniors and what is happening for them. One suggestion I would have is just having, maybe a few more members because sometimes more a family wants to know, and there's anxiety and a lot of exchange. But wonderful idea. Awesome. Thanks.
Yep.
Jennifer?
I just wanted to comment that I think that you guys should continue to work on making this a very usable, user-friendly app. But the idea behind it is incredibly good. I think that there are a lot of families where trying to follow up on whether their loved one has taken their medicines or if they've eaten, or if they're having any trouble, did they make it to their doctor's appointment or things like that, or is there anything that they need help with, and having that an ease of communication about those particular things is a common need, and I think that you all could fill that very well. I think that the app needs a little bit of work to make it a little bit more like real-time user-friendly, but it's a fantastic idea.
Jake?
Yeah, I was just going to say, I think that one of the other demos had a similar thing where it's like two different groups that you're working for here. One is the seniors and then one is the family members. And I think you're, like Jennifer was saying, you hit on something real strong here. Growing senior population, they want to be independent and like age at home as much as possible, but family wants to support them. So definitely continue to pursue this. It's a problem that's not getting smaller.
I agree.
Thank you. Judges, whenever you're done with the scoring, please just give a heads up so that we can move on to the next demo.
The next demo is for chronic change.
Bobby, are you done?
Yes, I'm done.
A cardiologist might.
Okay, so I'll just start the chronic change demo.
A cardiologist might spend 15 minutes explaining a treatment plan. A family has to remember it for the next 6 months. Over the past 2 summers, while shadowing a cardiologist, I realized that the hardest part of healthcare often begins after the appointment ends. Hi everyone, my name is Nikita Jain and I am a rising junior at the Harker School, and this is Caregiver Bridge. During my time shadowing, I met families where one person became the entire care team. One patient was a son working 2 jobs while caring for his mother. He was translating doctor's appointments due to a language barrier, managing medications, scheduling appointments, and navigating insurance all on his own. The problem wasn't a lack of care, it was a lack of coordination. That's the problem Caregiver Bridge solves. It's a shared care coordination hub for a patient and their whole circle. Welcome to the Today page. Everything starts here. Instead of overwhelming caregivers with information, the home screen answers one question: what needs my attention today? Today's medications, appointments, reminders, and important updates are all organized into one place. Now, this is easier with the notification board. You can claim a task or open a flagged medication. The notification board highlights everything that needs attention right now. Every notification is actionable, so important tasks can be completed in just a few taps. Now for the most important feature of all, the Smart Intake feature. With Smart Intake, a caregiver simply can upload a picture of a prescription bottle or discharge paperwork. The AI will then extract important details like the medication name and the dosage, as well as the schedule and the refill information. Before anything is saved, every field must be reviewed and confirmed by a person. If the AI isn't confident, it clearly flags up the information instead of guessing it. In this case, the image is clear and easy to read, so the AI has communicated that. It then shows up in the Today page. Now, once information is confirmed, everyone in the care circle can see the same updates. Family members can claim rides, refill pickups, or appointments, so responsibilities are shared instead of falling on one person. Everyone stays informed without endless phone calls or group texts. Additionally, for caregivers who can't check the app every day, Caregiver Bridge generates a simple weekly summary of important updates. And in an emergency, the emergency card puts medications, allergies, medical conditions, and physician contacts together in one place for quick access. Caregiver Bridge isn't here to replace doctors. It's here to support the families caring for patients between appointments. Every feature follows one rule. It helps organize information, but people always stay in control.
Looking ahead, I hope Caregiver Bridge can integrate directly with healthcare systems, transforming AI generated after visit summaries into caregiver friendly updates automatically, saving doctors time while keeping families informed. Because healthcare doesn't end when the appointment ends, and neither should the support. My name is Nikita Jain, and this is Caregiver Bridge. Thank you.
Bobby? Bobby, Tamira, what is the feedback you want to share?
Here, let me. Okay, I really thought that it was well presented. The talk, it related to the caregivers and how people can interact and the benefits that by in doing so, how it would happen. And I enjoyed also seeing on there the slides. And even though they were gone through kind of quickly, it seems to me like they're in a good order, easy to understand, and relatable to the viewer. Thank you.
Thank you, Bobby. Next week.
Yeah, I wanted to convey the same thing. I think everything kind of closed the loop. Like she did very well in making the complete circle on each particular topic. Really well presented. Keep going with it.
Sonia?
Everything the previous judges said, right on target. I'm just going to finish with one last thing. The emergency card that you had, the screen in the end was the final. That was fantastic. As a patient and being in chronic illness circles, that's one thing we've been asking, and I'm supposed to code it, but I'm glad someone else did. Thank you.
Thank you. And Pramila?
I think, yeah, I loved the end-to-end solution you provided. It's like the connection, the decryption of the, what is the senior is getting or anyone is getting for that matter, and also sharing the responsibilities. And that automatically gives a good communication between the supporting members. So loved it. Thank you.
And judges, please notify us if you are done with the judges.
Next team, we have Beskar.
Can you confirm? You can see on the Google form.
Okay.
Let's
start with the demo.
Hello, I'm Neil from the solo team Beskar, and today I will be showcasing Tideline, an app that helps patients give check-ins to their loved ones through a message center. Many chronic illness patients suffer from not being able to explain how they are feeling when they are in pain or a flare-up due to the physical and mental strain explaining takes on the body. I know this problem firsthand because of my mom, who has SPS, a rare chronic illness. I made Tideline to solve this problem by making messages that can be sent to loved ones without patients having to try and talk and waste what little energy they have in explaining what they are feeling. So this is just the main page of Tideline right here. For right now, I'll just go over normal day. So in normal day, you can explain how you're feeling, you can rate it here, and then you choose which is actually hurting you. So just how are you feeling? I would say something like I'm in pain, but it's manageable. Then I would rate it a 6 today, and it's only in my foot. Then what you can do is you can add an intensity to that pain. So your foot, your entire body might be hurting at a 6, but your localized pain in your foot might only be a 4. So then you just continue to preview there. You have the message. If you want to tell them anything else, you can. If you don't want to, you don't have to. Just for this demo, I'm just going to send it to myself. And then I click send message here, and it's already here. I have the message right here on my WhatsApp, which just it says everything exactly over here. And yeah, that's the normal day track of my app. Tideline was built using Base 44 and the Twilio API to send messages through WhatsApp. I also used Claude and Perplexity to help me brainstorm and research just how I could make my idea come to life better. My goal with Tideline was to allow patients to be able to communicate with their loved ones more efficiently. Thank you for watching my presentation.
Judges, any feedback?
Loved it, especially in from a way that I think I've had cancer. So, sometimes you just have so less energy to communicate, and people want to talk, but you're not able to communicate. So it helps to share quickly, with using less energy, even using less video. So this is such a thoughtful from your point of view and understanding the patient's need. Thanks. This is awesome.
Any other feedback?
Just say I completely concur. I think you are meeting the need that you've seen your mom have, and an app doesn't have to be complex. It's simple for its stated purpose and does exactly what you have intended it to do. I think that's like fantastic job.
Any other inputs for Neil?
I personally liked it that the message directly went into WhatsApp. I would want that.
Thank you a lot for the feedback.
Okay, thanks everyone. So if you are done, we'll move to next theme, that is code for care. Okay, let's move to the demo.
Hi everyone. Today we're excited to introduce our project, an app designed to help children build healthier eating habits. My name is Jadit Kumar Setipalli.
And my name is Srinath Kalai. We are the founders of Pick to Play, and we are going into 7th grade.
Our inspiration came from a growing global health challenge. Many children are struggling to develop healthy eating habits.
With easy access to ultra-processed foods, confusing nutrition information, and limited guidance, making the right food choices can be difficult.
We wanted to create something that makes nutrition simple, understandable, and engaging for kids, while helping them make better decisions that can support their long-term health.
The core of our app is the Can I Eat feature. Instead of simply giving a yes or no answer, the app provides useful information about the food, including its calories, macronutrients, and micronutrients, all while taking the user's nutrition goals into account. And it doesn't stop there. If the user decides to eat the food, they can record it, and it is automatically included in their daily nutrition tracking and nutrition score.
As you can see, it gives great advice. For example, I entered chocolate cake and it said maybe skip this. It also gives healthier alternatives and it asks you if you followed the recommendation. We also added rewards and badges to make healthy choices more engaging. The goal is to make nutrition something kids can engage with and enjoy, rather than something that feels like a chore. For example, I'm going to rewards and you can unlock all this cheat meal and double points day. Rest day and goal freeze, they're coming soon.
We built the application primarily using Base 44.
Our process started by breaking our ideas into clear, simple requirements. We then used ChatGPT to turn those ideas into detailed prompts, which were used in Base 44 to build and continuously refine the applications.
We also used Argos X scans to help identify potential safety issues and improve the app's reliability.
Throughout development, we repeatedly tested the features, identified areas for improvement, and refined the app based on our goals and feedback.
With more time, we would make the reward system even more engaging by adding more meaningful rewards and challenges.
We'd also like to introduce an AI companion that children can interact with, ask nutrition-related questions, and receive personalized encouragement and guidance for him.
Ultimately, our goal is to make healthy eating easier to understand, more engaging, and more rewarding for children.
Thank you for
for
watching.
watching.
My name is Jadith Kumar Satipalli,
And my name is Shrina Pillai.
and
And
together
together we are Team Code for Care.
This was amazing. Let's
So
give.
cute.
We have 6 more entries. So judges, please be there with us for another 20 minutes so that we can wrap up all the demos and finish the scoring part. Whenever you're done with the scoring, please give a heads up so that we can move on to the next demo.
Yes, and just for your reference, the next team is the ones. Okay, let's.
Cheat meals.
Sorry, what did you say?
Love the cheat meals option. That was nice.
Oh, me too.
Yeah.
I love that.
And the goat cheese also.
Let's move on to the ones.
Okay, let's go to the ones.
Hey guys, welcome to BioTwin, or Twin Oracle. This is a preventative bioengine that simulates your entire body and creates a digital clone of your biology from wearables, labs, and DNA. Then projects organ stress a decade ahead so you can intervene before risk becomes a reality. So here's our homepage where it shows a few features such as biometric telemetry, fitness and recovery, and AI organ stress models. And here's a button if you want to explore every module in detail. Then it shows 3 steps on how the app fully works. Then we can move on. We can continue to scroll down further and talk about some specific statistics and specific diseases. Then at the end we have the footer and a call to action. So we can go over to the sign up page, continue with Google, and now we are on the onboarding. So we click this continue button, put in our name, then we put in our height. I'm just going to put in a sample 180. And then our goal here is, let's say, peak performance. I will just put some sample values for these. And now the onboarding says that we're complete, so now we can enter BioTwin. So here is our dashboard. We have a lot of stuff over here. So these little containers over here shows our quick statistics. We have some circular graphs showing like how much stress level we have in our organs. And then here's a projected graph showing our 10-year organ stress. So we can use the slider to scale, and you can see over here the stress is changing. We have a lot of other pages here. So we can go to the insights and we can check this is our average glucose. This is all the stuff we entered in our onboarding. Here's some achievements to make sure that the platform is engaging for all users to use. This is our nutrition levels, and we can always like add like how much water we take in. So this is basically setting a goal. Here's a food log if we want to add meals. So we can put in this, for example. Click add, and now the food is added and it tracks the food intake that we have. Here's our fitness section, so you can log out workouts and fill out this form. This is our health. It tracks our biometric history. Our mind and goals, this is basically for mood calendars, time management, and removing procrastination. This is our analysis. This is what the artificial intelligence inside of our app thinks. So based on all the stuff that we include, like in the hub section, like our nutrition and fitness, it's going to predict like how long we can continue living and like some suggestions. And then these are more in-depth stuff like genomics, interventions, has more graphs and sliders. And then here's a twin chat if you want to ask questions. Overall, and also you can change the color and profile. So overall, this is our app, BioTwin. Thank you.
Any feedback, judges?
So great idea incorporating the genomics as well as, I think for me, I use that a lot while I was kind of getting medications, and my husband could not see my inflammation levels. So he could see using the Garmin wearable watch. So adding more of this to a wearable would certainly help, because sometimes you can't communicate, but the information shows up in the wearable. So thanks. Yeah, great work.
Uh,
guys.
Judges, just give us a heads up whenever you're done judging so that we can quickly move on to the next presentation.
Next team is Code Crushers.
Just you should just let's give everyone a minute to finish the judging.
Yeah.
You can start. If anyone is still evaluating,
Okay. This is Code Crushers.
Hello, I'm Adit.
And I'm Advay.
And we are Team Code Crushers. Right now, almost 90% of adults have at least one warning sign of what is called CKM syndrome. That's cardiovascular, kidney, and metabolic disease. These aren't separate problems. High blood pressure quietly damages the kidneys, kidney damage strains the heart. It's all connected. But every health app treats them like they are not. There's a diabetes app, a heart app, a weight app, but none of them talk to each other. By the time kidney damage shows real symptoms, it's often too late to reverse, and that's how people end up on dialysis. That's the gap CKM Compass fills. It's the first app that connects all four systems: metabolic, kidney, cardiovascular, and lifestyle into one composite risk score so that people can catch the warning signs years earlier, not after the damage is done.
CKM Compass pulls together blood sugar, blood pressure, and kidney markers into one score. For example, 18 out of 100, which is low risk. Instead of 4 separate numbers you'd have to interpret yourself, you get one clear picture broken down by pillar: metabolic, kidney, cardiovascular, and lifestyle. Here the user has a high kidney risk, and this is the kind of warning signs that we want to prevent using CKM, and one of the most common signals that are missed early on. This is what makes CKM Compass different from a normal tracking app. Instead of looking at glucose and kidney function separately, we overlay them on the same chart, so you can actually see how your blood sugar control relates to kidney health over time. No other consumer app connects these two dots visually like this. If you don't understand a term like EGFR or ACR, you don't have to wait for your next doctor's visit. You can just ask, like this. And the AI will tell you.
CKM Compass was built on Base 44, using its built-in AI integration for the insights and chat and automated risk score calculations. All of it, the risk model, the trend overlays, the reminder system, runs on Base 44's data and automation layer. Looking ahead, we'd like to add wearable device syncing for real-time vitals, a coach dashboard so community health workers can support multiple patients at once, and multilingual support to reach more communities. Our goal is simple: help people and find out their heart and kidneys are at risk years before it's too late, not after. Thank you for watching.
Any feedback from the judges?
Lately, seems your career depends on how fast you adopt AI.
I think Deepti would be a great candidate to give feedback on this, but I think I've come to know in terms of kidney and heart, it's great to know these are very intangible things. So it helps to have an app. Deepti, you would be great.
I think Samara is there to talk on the behalf of the kidney patients.
Oh, yes. I think this is awesome. I was just talking to a friend of mine this morning who's waiting on a transplant in terms of, and she's in healthcare, but it's so heavily connected, these three things. And I think we get into trouble sometimes treating them in isolation. So yes, keep working, keep going. The watch sounds good. Anything that can monitor and pick up before you get into those stages where you're in deep trouble. Loved it.
Thank you.
Any other feedback?
Didi, do you have something to say?
I liked it.
Yeah, I agree. It was a great app.
Judges, just give a heads up so when we can move on to the next one. We have
Next team is Veridian.
We have just very few teams left, so please bear with us.
And thank you so much. I'm having a lot of fun with talking with judges as well. The judges are really fun. Where did you get them, Prithvi?
LinkedIn.
Great connections networks too.
I'm seeing Zenithia as the next team.
Uh, can you actually just give it like in the just one and in the form and in,
Mhm.
there was a verbal response. Just mention it. Team did not appear.
Okay.
Okay.
They did not submitted it, but the form was already created. Yes, before that we were waiting for till midnight for kids to submit.
Okay. So give a feedback to the like the team or to the judge. Sorry, the optional notes.
The optional notes.
Okay.
Just
Thanks.
mention that the team did not appear.
Okay.
Thank you.
So next we have a team Veridian. Let's give a huge shout out for them. And Ayushi, can you start?
Hey, we're Team Meridian, Derek and Pinakin. Routes a food and lab diary for chronic kidney disease. It's not a prototype. It's live at chronicle.versell the app and its sister, care.base44.app.
Here's the problem. 37 million Americans live with CKD. 90% of them don't even know it. Diagnosis hands you a restriction sheet, no translation to dinner. Trackers don't even carry a potassium number.
So, here's the fix. Log a meal in plain words. The AI only splits it into foods and portions, never touches the lab value. A source table does the math and returns a range, never a guess.
Inside the app, there are real screens, not just mock-ups. Home flags caution from your last lab. Kitchen pre-checks recipes against today's budgets. Labs treat a missing number as normal, not an error. It still builds a 3-day plan.
So, why can it be trusted? Everything here runs on device. There's no account, no server to hold a lab value. A lab photo is read once, then discarded. We publish our own gaps too. 36 of 55 foods are missing a phosphorus number.
Our target users? One lane, one purpose. Stage G3B or G4, non-dialysis yet. Early CKD usually has no hard restrictions. Dialysis runs on fluid and protein, numbers that we don't track. Depth first, width later.
So, what are some of the key features? Well, we have 8 features. One row underneath. The model parses, the table decides. Free text logging, nutrient rings, contextual coaching, a pre-check kitchen, a label reader, lab tracking, and offline health password. There's no account needed.
Our competitive position? KidneyPal. KidneyPal is the incubant. 17,000 users, every single stage is covered. We're not out building that. We go deep on one band, show our sources, never touch a server. That's the trade we're trying to make.
So, what's our future vision? For the next step, we're planning on closing data gaps against USDA Food Data Central. Want to go deeper into G3B and G4 first. Then want to solve sharing with your nephrologist as a local export and not as account. Later stages come last, if at all.
Last thing is the actual question. One thing we haven't solved. No account means no obvious business model. We're weighing a one-time purchase, non-profit licensing, or a clinician-facing model that keeps the patient side free. No favorite yet. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much. Rena Route.
Ayushi, can you play? Derek, can you drop the video of Veridian again? Uh, Bobby, we are just playing the video again. Can you drop the link in the chat, Derek, so that Bobby can do the scoring of Veridian? Derek, are you dropping the link?
He's on the phone right now. He cannot be on camera, so he's using phone. Can we check Slack? Let me just check the Slack.
One second. Let me check it. I might be
Yeah.
having it from my side.
Yeah, Pinakin, you can put it then. Please have it.
Yeah, Pinakin, please put it.
Mm,
Pinakin, are you putting the link?
yep. Let me just see.
Hey, we're Team Meridian, Derek and Pinakin. Routes a food and lab diary for chronic kidney disease. It's not a prototype. It's live at chronicle.versell the app and its sister, care.base44.app.
Here's the problem. 47 million Americans live with CKD. 90% of them don't even know it. Diagnosis hands you a restriction sheet, no translation to dinner. Trackers don't even carry a potassium number.
So, here's the fix. Log a meal in plain words. The AI only splits it into foods and portions, never touches lab value. A source table does the math and returns a range, never a guess.
Inside the app, there are real screens, not just mock-ups. Home flags caution from your last lab. Kitchen pre-checks recipes against today's budgets. Labs treat a missing number as normal, not an error. It still builds a 3-day plan.
So, why can it be trusted? Everything here runs on device. There's no account, no server to hold a lab value. A lab photo is read once, then discarded. We publish our own gaps too. 36 of 55 foods are missing a phosphorus number.
Our target users? One lane, one purpose. Stage G3B or G4, non-dialysis yet. Early CKD usually has no hard restrictions. Dialysis runs on fluid and protein, numbers that we don't track. Depth first, width later.
So, what are some of the key features? Well, we have 8 features, one row underneath. The model parses, the table decides. Free text logging, nutrient rings, contextual coaching, a pre-check kitchen, a label reader, lab tracking, and offline health password. There's no account needed.
Our comparative position? KidneyPal. KidneyPal is the incumbent. 17,000 users, every single stage is covered. We're not out building that. We go deep on one band, show our sources, never touch server. That's the trade we're trying to make.
So, what's our future vision? For the next step, we're planning on closing data gaps against USDA Food Data Central. We want to go deeper into G3B and G4 first. Then, we want to solve sharing with your nephrologist as a local export and not as account. Later stages come last, if at all.
Last thing is the actual question. One thing we haven't solved. No count means no obvious business model. We're weighing a one-time purchase, non-profit licensing, or a clinician-facing model that keeps the patient side free. No favorite yet. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much, Rena Route.
Thank you, judges. And please let us know any feedback you want to share. And once you're done with the scoring, let us know.
Yeah, Tamara.
I thought it was great. I think I do like the fact that they are doubling down on like the stage 3 to 4. Whenever they begin to expand, I would say look at the life of kidney disease at whatever stage, because at each stage, food makes a big difference. Great idea, and I like it.
Jennifer?
Yes, I do like the idea. Be sure your nutrition information, though, is correct, because so I'm a renal dietitian. I see pre-ESRD, and I've also worked in dialysis. There is protein tracking pre-dialysis. It's extremely important because of the nitrogen waste. And then there is no potassium or phosphorus restriction unless the lab indicates. So just look at KDIGO guidelines. And then also the expert probably you should be reaching towards is the dietitian, not the nephrologist, because the nephrologist is going to refer to the dietitian for nutrition information. That's not really their wheelhouse most of the time.
This is Bobby Reed, and I really think that this particular app and this presentation would be something that would be applicable to patients and caregivers as a resource that they could, bounce back on or refer to for future impact, and actually help them prepare to ask proper questions of their physicians or dietitians or nutritionists in order to perceive and what's going to happen next, but also preserve the fact of their kidney function and not have to worry about crashing into dialysis or different things or finding out too late. I think it was very informative. Thank you.
Thank you, judges.
I really like the last slide in terms of also the clinicians, adding it to where it could be used by different people. So that was great. Thanks.
Judges, please let us know once you are done scoring. We just have 2 more final presentations.
Next team is Coder Twins. Okay, I'll move on to the demo for Coder Twins now.
Can everyone see Coder Twins on Google Sheets?
Hi, judges.
Okay.
Hi, judges. We are Team Coder Twins. I'm Anayat and this is Arsh. We are students from William Hopkins Middle School. Today, we are proud to introduce HRU, a wellness platform designed to bridge the gap between student self-awareness and professional support, ensuring that students struggling in silence are never more than a step away from help. With 7.7 million children facing undiagnosed mental health issues and 1 in 16 struggling with depression, the need for proactive support is urgent. But it's not just about crisis, it's about building resilience. The research backs this up. A study of 427 adolescents found that the ability to recall detailed positive experiences directly leads to fewer negative self-beliefs, lower cortisol levels, and significantly reduced vulnerability to depression over the following year, especially after stressful events. And according to Contemporary Pediatrics, children exposed to optimism have 72% lower odds of depression. That's why HRU was built, not just as a crisis tool, but as a daily resilience builder. It transforms school mental health by combining private student tools for logging positive wins with a transparent dashboard for counselors and an anonymized trend view for administrators.
For the student, HRU is a personal tool. Beyond tracking stress, they log their wins, the positive moments that build vital resilience. If they're feeling stressed or not safe, they can request to talk to someone or they can tap to see the counselor right away. And also have a toolkit with breathing exercises and others tips to help them navigate day-to-day life. In the counselor portal, HRU is the perfect way for the counselor to see all the students. They see prioritized list up here of all the students who need help, allowing them to provide professional care and also see mood trends over time and students' profiles to see what help they need. For the admin, HRU is offers an anonymous view. The school-wide trend dashboard shows patterns as well as stress spikes, allowing admins to proactively adjust factors like adding or removing more tips, and logging safety and escalation risks so each user and each student can get the help they need. HRU was built using Base 44, leveraging the JSON entities and AI-assisted crisis detection to catch subtle signals of distress. In the future, we plan to integrate school calendars for smarter wellness alerts and add peer support modules moderated by counselors. Our goal is to ensure that every student feels organized, understood, and resilient.
Thank you for watching.
Any feedback from the judges and participants and anyone in this team?
So I love the pivot and focus on optimism and joy with respect to mental health and focus on resilience. rather than just unpacking it by data that you provided, that uh, kids who have more joy have a better experience. And the I loved your tagline also, and the resources that you shared. Yeah, thanks.
Judges, please let us know once you have done scoring for this team. Ayushi, what is this team name?
The team name is Coder Twins.
So, judges, please confirm once you are done with evaluating Coder Twins.
I also wanted to add for Coded Twins, wonderful job on integrating the counselor and the school dashboard aspect of things. So you're going across the school. That's absolutely wonderful. Thank you.
I love
Yeah.
it. I think that this should be part of a student's desktop apps so they can log in information while they're in school, because sometimes school is just very hectic, and the ability to log that in and the counselor actually have immediate info so they can tackle it while they're there is amazing.
Jake?
Yeah, just piling on the how important it is to identify the different parties, the counselor, the admin, and the student, and to address all of them and make sure that you're thinking about their different needs, all solving and addressing the same problem. So great job on that.
I could personally relate to it, as I was once a high schooler, and how difficult it was for me to talk to the counselor as well. So getting a dashboard in the school would have been wonderful at that time. So great idea.
Are the judges done with the scoring? We need 10 more minutes for our final two presentations. Okay, can everyone see Neuralink on their?
See Token Titans actually.
Yeah.
Token Titans.
I think they have.
Token Titans.
Can you skip it? Just mark it. It's not available.
So the next team we will be presenting is Neuralink, and skip the one which you are just watching right now.
Please judges be on the Neuralink page on your Google Forms. Aishi, please go ahead and play the video.
Sure. No, Bobby, it's Neuralink. Token Titans is not participating.
Okay, so should I just put not participating in the comments and try to get past it?
Yes.
Please let us know when you're done.
I will in just a second.
Yeah.
I had to put comments in and fill it in so that it would let me move on to the next one. I'm on to the Neuralink now. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Okay.
Hi, I'm Arhan Karana, and this is my teammate.
My name is Bisman Chapta, and we built Ayura to make healthcare nutrition guidance actionable. I was diagnosed with nephrotic syndrome, a chronic kidney disease, at age 2, and I've lived with it for over 15 years. One question I've repeatedly faced is simple: what can I actually eat? A doctor can give you dietary guidance, but that doesn't tell you which product to buy or what to order at a restaurant. That uncertainty affects patients and families every single day. Ayura bridges that gap by turning healthcare guidance into practical food decisions. Now let's dive right into the app. We have logged in through Google, and we can start by building our health profile. Currently, we're going to use a chronic kidney disease by loading this demo case right here. And can I explain that?
Exactly. So when we load the demo case, we just give an example patient, 58 years old, and the diagnosis chronic kidney disease, as well as important notes and dietary instructions. So now Bisman will input the medications that the patient takes, as well as the dosage in milligrams, and the units obviously here you can drop down, and you say analyze with your AI. So now as this page loads, what you will see in the next page, as you can see here, is the location page. So currently, obviously, we reside in San Ramon, so last location and then radius as 10 miles. So then we click view my profile. This is the health profile page. So you see the chronic kidney disease overview. You see the dietary restriction that the patient will have, including sodium, phosphorus, potassium, and protein, as well as the foods encouraged, foods to limit, and foods to avoid. So now we'll go to find restaurants. So Ayura combines the patient's profile with their location to find personalized restaurant options. Instead of empty loading cards, Ayura uses this time to provide trusted restaurant and nutrition education while the recommendations are processed.
Now, we use the trusted sources like USDA, Food Data Bank, and more NephCure for nephrotic syndrome and chronic kidney diseases because we want to ensure that our app is credible and trustworthy to our users, and so that they feel connected and safe and reliable on this app. While the restaurants load, there's going to be a very clean UI of which menu items are going to be listed. And then, if you're interested, you can click on that menu item, and then that can take you to a new page to show you all the details about that item so that we don't overcrowd the page and keep it simple and sleek so that the user can now navigate through that page very smoothly and without any problems. Perfect. Now that has loaded, we can look at the items that are popped up here. We can look at the custom salad with grilled chicken breast. We can open that up.
Again, so you have the same thing. As you can see, Ayura compares the specific menu item with the patient's profile and available nutrition information. And when we will see the dish, you'll see the math score, ingredients, nutrition information, and why it was recommended, as you can see here. So you can see specific information about it, like protein, sodium, potassium, why Ayura recommends this, concerns to watch for, and healthier alternatives if you don't want that meal, as well as the trusted sources at the bottom, such as USDA and NFK. And obviously, you can also save this meal on the bottom. And on the top right, you also see your math score and how well that matches your preferences.
Yes, you can also view the official menu, visit the website, or get directions.
Yeah. Now, this is the trusted sources. So because this is healthcare transparency matters, IRIS surfaces trusted sources such as USDA Food Central Data, NIDDK, and the National Kidney Foundation so users can see where information comes from. We designed the experience around 5 simple steps: understand the patient, locate them, find food, explain why it fits, and help them act. It's personalized without making healthcare feel complicated. Our architecture is designed for cloud scalability using distributed computing, parallel processing, redundancy, and fault-tolerant infrastructure as a Euro grows.
Our goal is simple: turn healthcare guidance into food decisions patients can actually make. That's Ayura. Thank you.
Meet Beautiful AI.
Any comment, judges, before moving on to the final presentation?
So
Yeah,
I
probably.
love the take on this and the presentation, very professional, and incorporating from USDA and other trusted resources was awesome. Love the talk and the scroll kind of going side by side as you talked. So that was beautiful. Yeah, thank you.
Judges, please let us know once you're done with the scoring part so that we can move on to the last presentation of day. And thank you so much for spending your Sunday with all of us to support these students. It really means a lot.
Just wanted to add a little quick note on our meeting. Like I mentioned, I have been a nephrotic syndrome patient for the last 15 years. I was diagnosed when I was 2, born and brought up in India. So we had to move a lot of family struggles and, moving to a different country and getting used to the environment there. So just a quick heads up, but yeah, we can get on with the meeting.
Everyone done with the scoring?
Dipti, we can move on. I'm going to hold on because I love the app and I want to go back again and look at it. But wonderful job on it.
Can everyone see the Turing as the last team on the Google Forms?
Bug slayers. So skip that also.
Yes, they have not submitted. Unfortunately, I had tried my best to let the kids submit their applications on time, but some did not.
Okay, but this is our last but not the least, Turing. So whenever you're done with that, I'll just move to the demo.
Yeah, and for the students, we have a special announcement. So this is the official scoring, but one of our sponsors, Argus X, is also here right now. Anurag, are you there in the meeting?
Yes, I am. I've been watching all the presentations. Very nice.
Anurag, before we jump into that, can you tell a little bit about your platform? Because I have personally also tested your platform, and the kids also have tested how this platform is helping the kids. Yes, Bobby, the next presentation is curing. Anurag, can you take a 2 minutes?
Yeah, sure. Very briefly, yeah. I mean, everyone's done a fantastic job making these apps, and one of the main things is they're all built using, vibe coding tools. And I'll keep it short. AI can't grade its own homework. A lot of the AI tools, they do a pretty good job at making the apps, as you have seen. But below the surface, there's a lot of, depending on how complex the app is, there could be a lot more issues that don't go diagnosed in a cursory look at the app, which is what you're looking at today. So I've been vibe coding myself for about a year and a half now using various tools. And what I found out across 8 of my own apps is that there are a lot of bugs which you need a lot of testing for. So this platform is essentially helping all of the students here and anybody else to test their vibe coded apps and other kinds of apps um, for being verified, being secure, having the basic security checks of a public facing app, and making sure it's safe to use, especially in the healthcare and financial space where it's very critical that information is protected. So, uh, one good kudos to all the presentations as well. Very well done on the apps.
Okay. Thank you, Anurag. Ayushi, can you jump into the next demo of curing?
Yeah, sure.
Discharged from. Quick question. If you got discharged from the hospital tomorrow and 3 days later had a weird symptom, would you know if that's normal recovery or something to call your doctor about? Most people wouldn't. Discharge paperwork is written for the doctors, not the person who left the hospital overwhelmed and exhausted. The gap is what Clear Care Path fixes. Nearly 1 in 5 Medicare patients end up back in the hospital within 30 days of discharge, and a lot of that traces back to people not understanding their own care instructions. This happens especially with people who are maybe not as fluent in English, people who are low income and on Medicare, and these are the people most impacted by the lack of access. So, I built Clear Care Path. You hand it a messy discharge document and it hands you back an actual plan and reminders in order to provide a structured medical result. For example, let's try the live sample here. Under the live sample, we see the results. It pulls out the essentials: medications, dosages, follow ups, and the symptoms that actually matter. No more scanning 4 pages to find the one line you actually need. Here's the part that is the best. You see that we pull it straight from the original document. Clinical language disguised as an action checklist, as if someone is explaining it to you and walking you through it step by step. We also have stuff that is beneficial for both the caregiver and the patient. Questions to ask next time helps with questions that might not be thoroughly answered, so both the caregiver and the patient have time to think about it and time to come up with their own proper research before going and asking these questions. Next, we have all these appointments and dosage calendars. You can add to your Google Calendar, for example, and it sends it to your messages as well. There's a shareable one pager for family, caregivers, and school, and you can text this plan to anyone you want for anything. And finally, moving on, you can change it into different languages as well, helpful for multilingual detection, and converts the documents into different languages to try to help families who might not as be fluent in English still navigate the doctor system. 3 reasons why I made this app and why I believe it's impactful. First of all, we see that it creates even the most complicated documents that are daunting for people who are already stressed from being in the medical system in the hospital and makes it less daunting and easier. Second, we see appointments and dosage reminders to make sure you are credible on track every day. And finally, we see that there's a shareable one pager you can share with your friends, your family, your school, your caregivers as well, creating an interactive face where it just doesn't benefit the patient but also benefits the caregiver as well. Thank you.
This was amazing. The last but not the least. Judges, do you have any final say on this application?
I love the detailing for the, like when you're discharged, and it would be just great to have notifications. I think you had those So I really like that. Thanks.
Yes, thank you so much.
I
Jake,
thought that you did a great job with like the presentation of giving it. You gave a good intro, a good middle, and a good end, and what's next. And it connected the dots and it drew your audience in. In particular, I liked how you opened your talk with a question because that was catching to your audience listening, and then you answered it. So that was really good. Thank you.
Thank you so much for your feedback.
Jake.
Yeah, I thought on the after visit summary kind of screen, the data extraction and information architecture was done really well, where you had it laid out and you just pulled out the most salient pieces of information and made it easily understandable. I thought that was really great. One thing that I would say on that too is just when you're looking at a screen like that, think about what are the like 1 to 2 most important things that you want a user to do on there and try to make those front and center. But overall, I thought you did a really good job on the information architecture, which is a very sign of mature design sense. So great job around that.
Thank you
Jennifer?
so much.
Jennifer?
Yeah, I don't have much to add to that, but I did want to just compliment you. I thought the presentation was really well done, and the fact that you're able to interface with other commonly used apps is really helpful. I think that could be potentially quite useful. It's a good job.
Thank you.
Thank you, Jennifer, for all your feedback. Judges, whenever you are done scoring, please feel free to click on submit once you have finalized your scores for the team. And Ayushi, I'm going to. We have the one of the things one prizes of the students goes from the what the judges are seeing right now, but Argus X has something special prizes. So this is their scorecard. I basically put together all your apps last night, and we have a couple of winners up here. So if the winners are here, can they quickly give a can Ayushi, can you quickly give them a shout out to these specific
Yeah.
teams?
First team is Tideline. Congratulations, guys. Second is Official Anchor. And third is CKM Health Part. I mean, and to all the people who have scored in the range of 90s, I mean, like, it was really, really great job, guys. I mean, even I tried my apps and I could see the difficulties to get it to 100, and you did a really amazing job. Congratulations to the team.
And the Anurag also have given me other categories as well. But to reveal those categories, Anurag, I'll have to wait for the judges' scores and the final feedback before sending the email next week for who is the winners. So be ready, guys, for the final results sometime next week. And Anurag, do you want to reveal what the special prizes are for these winners?
Yeah, absolutely. First of all, again, kudos to all the participants. Wonderful presentations, wonderful apps built. Really a pleasure to watch your presentations as well. And along with the email that you send next week for the final winners, we are happy to give a hybrid testing, which includes human testing, a real human as opposed to just an AI, which is what has been running the last week on your apps for the winner as well.
So I'll be sending your email addresses to Anurag next week based on what we see in the leadership board. So watch out email from Anurag and Argus X for the special prizes, everyone. And Ayushi and everyone, do you have any final words before we close off the day?
So I would like to say thank you to all the judges for being here and for being exactly excited on how the students have also created their worked on their apps with their mentors and everything. And they have built so lovely apps with the pain points which they have thought about it. Thanks for being here with all of us. And to the students, thank you for the curiosity. To the mentors, judges, sponsors, and everyone. No matter what happens after when the results will be out, but you have actually taken your first step into the world of started being yourself and working on yourself. Thank you so much, guys.
Judges, anything you would like to add?
Yeah, thank you for organizing a wonderful, great hackathon, which was very fun, collaborative, got to see a lot of good ideas and a lot of pain points that, at least personally, I've kind of gone across in my own journey. And in terms of, technology and health, so yeah, great job, everyone. And yeah, everyone participating. Thank you.
Yeah, and also we just oh sorry, Sonia, go ahead. I didn't see you. Oh, I was just saying like it's so great to see everyone build in healthcare as well. So welcome to the world and hope you keep building. Yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna say I'm blown away by thinking of all of y'all just as teenagers. Please don't come after me. But to see the ideas and to see what y'all have built, I mean, oh my gosh, I thought teenagers were all about just pizza, but y'all outdid yourself, like with the integrations and everything. And what I mean, seriously, like I'm not submitting my score just yet so that I go back and look at it again. That's how well you all did. So thank you and welcome to the world of AI. You're not going to stop vibe coding. I think that's fair enough. So thank you.
Tamara?
Just want to say thanks for having me. This was my first one. I am totally blown away. I am an engineer and a mechanical engineer, so I also love to work with kids who want to work in the sciences as well. I've been in AI maybe a year and a half, and I do have a couple of my clients that use Base 44. So I also am able to hear what you guys got going on and kind of critique some stuff I have in the background. But this has been awesome. To every person or every team who entered, keep going. I don't care. Even if you thought today didn't go well or you could have did better, always keep going, because I'm telling you, the ideas that you guys have, we need them. I have been battling kidney disease for 22 years. I've been from stage 2 all the way. I had a transplant a year ago. And so now I'm still battling on the other side, but keep going. Awesome. Awesome. I had a great time. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, thanks for having me too. Yeah, as a patient and a tech. Thank you for the organizers.
Yeah, I just wanted to say again to any of the students who want to reach out to me, I'm not only an engineer, but also a patient. 15 years now. This is just, it gives a lot of hope to see that this is what we have in the future. So seriously, and to Dipti, Ayushi, and the whole team, and to Anurag, I'm also an SDET background. So yes, testing is very important. Healthcare security, yes. So for everybody who put this together and everybody, fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Thank you.
The team that put this together, I have to say, you did an amazing job organizing everything. And the students, it blows my mind that you are able to come up with these ideas and use AI, especially the group of 7th graders. I have a 7th grader, and it impressed me how well you did navigating the healthcare system and creating these platforms. I'm creating a healthcare platform as well. And so if you ever want to collaborate or ask or even become one of my beta testers to see how that's working, I would love to have you on. And as a young mind going in and experiencing these platforms, you would definitely help me with shaping the way it's going to turn out. And for all the judges, I've been honored to sit here and go through this process with you. So I'm so happy to have been part of this.
Can everyone just turn on the camera? Ayushi, can you take a photo, because you're the one always taking the photos? Please turn on your camera.
I like to post on LinkedIn and
yes,
people. So yeah, if everyone could.
To add, it was a beautiful event. I learned a lot, and good job, Dipti and Yushi, for putting this event together and the whole team. I loved it.
Thank you. Okay, so
Please
I'll
switch
just
cameras. Whoever is present, let's just take a photo for the social media. Ayushi,
okay. Cheese. Okay, perfect. Thank you so much. It was a very lovely event and my first time organizing too. And what I learned from kids is right now is that they are so detailed and observant that when they find that they have to work on something, they will work on something. And seeing this 7th graders, I was feeling a little like, okay, what was I doing when I was at that age? But really happy to see the next generation moving forward.
Yeah, I just wanted to add on. I heard a lot of you guys have chronic kidney disease. I was also diagnosed with chronic kidney disease when I was 2 years old. So really wanted to bring that out. And I also did a camp with my nephrotic syndrome kids that were there. So the inspiration came from talking to the families and how the uncertainty is revolving, because that syndrome doesn't have a set cure. It's always experimenting. So really like showcasing that out here in the hackathon.
True. Okay, Dipti, do you have something else to say as well?
I see people are debating with me on the Slack on the leadership board scores. Anurag, are you there to clarify what's happening with the leadership board? Because the scores there are now final. Because I actually, and I had also personally last night put all of your apps inside the ArgerSex leadership board altogether.
Yeah.
Even if you're not, if because the kids are actually sending me the screenshots of their reports.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but as probably all the students, all the kids know, it's not just based on the security score, right? You have a multi-dimensional scoring going on for this. So, like you rightly said, Deepthi, you'll send out the finals later. The score is just one aspect of the app they have built, right? It's around the security part of it, but there's, as you saw through the demos, there's many more aspects once you log in and you go through the app. So, the multi-dimensional, the holistic score will come from you later.
Yes, I
There's
will
still
be.
hope, guys.
Yep. So
Good
we will
point.
be
Yes.
actually sending your email addresses to Anurag's team, who can share the detailed feedback on the leadership board, because I had no control on that part. I just shared what was there on his screen to see. Okay, this is what we have. This is one of the prizes you are getting in. But we have a lot of good sponsorships coming in, so please watch out next week for your all your emails. Watch out Slack for everyone. There's something for everyone for sure.
Yeah, yeah, universe definitely provided, and you're gonna be rewarded for it.
And lastly, are there any parents of the kids attending who would like to add how they feel about this event?
Okay, I'm a parent attending, and I did not expect my this was my child's first AI. He wouldn't code or vibe code if I asked him to code, but he did. I'm shocked at how quickly he picked up vibe coding. I should not be. Uh, I'm going through a flare up. I'm actually sitting with a hot pack right now. So Deepthi was kind enough to say, actually, why don't you ask your kid to actually finish your app? So yeah, maybe I think I'm just going to ask my kid to finish vibe coding. But no, in all honesty, yes, I think every other parent, if any other parent is in here, they're going to voice the same thing to see. It's just, I mean, I'm overwhelmed by all the children, not just my own child. To see the seventh graders, oh my God, I was just playing, in India, we call it gully cricket. That's what I was doing. I wasn't, yeah, it's not a, oh yeah, let's just call it baseball for everybody to get it. That's what I was doing back in India. I wasn't, thinking beyond anything else. But to see here, like children thinking about how to solve for the elderly already, the elderly hub hit me. I was just like, build my organization and photograph and I'm like, you're seeing your parents do that? Like, wow. Like, I'm just like, ambition, you? I'm like, you're talking, don't you think that you've been forgotten? You're the reason I have paused and I'm going to go back, by the way, FYI. So you're on my radar. So don't you think that you've been skipped? So, but I'm just blown away. I live with this every day. There's no cure for my disease. There's nothing. There's no transplant, nothing happening. There's CAR-T. That's why I'm hoping AI is there. But no, honestly, I mean, to Deepthi and everybody, this is incredible. This is incredible what you all did. There's so much hope. We think about brain rot, but no. You all bring out a whole new hope in this generation to think that our youngsters are so much more. When you give them the right tools, and well, you know what, I think I'll be creating my own AI hackathons. So yeah, and anybody interested in elderly stuff, yes, I'm there for this. And anybody else, like, I mean, like, guys, you all rocked. It's yes, my kid was there, but each and all of y'all, if your parents see this, that they will see this recording later on, and they'll be saying the same thing that I'm saying. My God, you're made proud. Everybody's a winner today, including all of us judges. I mean, yeah. If I can use your app, I'm like, that's a winner. Those points and numbers that you'll feel right now, I know, yes, they feel. I was there once. But if your app can be used, that's you won. So yes, Vishan, I saw your yawn. But thanks to you. Thanks a ton.
And adding to your point, Sonia, the students who have participated right now are participating globally, and they have come from different countries as well. So it's not only US, but they are coming from Canada, Egypt, and so many places. And we are yet to discover where they are coming from. So this was a huge turnout as well.
Thank you, everyone. And anyone wants to do the closing parts before I go ahead and stop this recording?
I would like to echo the similar opinion. Thank you, Dipti, for organizing this and at least keeping me in loop. Like I was not aware that we could participate in hackathons like this. And my son was eagerly planning to start a startup, and we were actively doing vibe coding. But this program gave us a full structure where he got a lot of confidence as to how to approach a problem. And the mentor was super helpful too. It's really, the 1 week was phenomenally transformational and very great organization. Thank you for doing this.
So if the mentors are there, the huge shout out to our mentors who had supported these kids throughout the last week. Uh, whether it's a small thing like validating ideas, polishing the videos, or any help the kids had asked for. Thank you
Yeah.
everyone for making this a huge success. Okay. Thank you everyone.
Thank you.
Thanks, everyone.